Mama Bear, don't come over here being two-faced over there all up into Ernie and lips of shit. You get me, lady? Me, I'm so. Oh, thank you, Jelly Roll. Always love a little bit of Jelly Roll every once in a while. Oh, Mama Bear. Maybe there's maybe there's somebody acting like they're you. You're out of the loop. Well, let me try to put you back in the loop. All right, so Degenerative Lost. Great content. I was watching them last night. Ernie was angry at them. It's like, Ernie, quit being angry at people. But I told you guys, Marlena's back. Real clap, real clap, real clap, right? I told y'all. Now, I ain't going to say it again, okay? I'm kind of rubbing it in that I kind of know what I'm talking about, right? For freaking sake. Is today Saturday? For fuck's sake. It's not Sunday. I'll say fuck. Okay, so this is crazy, RJ. We have had storms here. It just won't quit freaking raining. It will not. Okay. I'm driving Link Me. What do you mean link you? Link you? You want a link, Carrie? Hey, Jaden. I don't know what you mean. It's not on, it shouldn't be on members only. It is not on members only, Carrie. What is happening, Carrie? Lickety splits in the house too. Dang, y'all up early this morning. Yes, please. Carrie wants a link. Damn, that's a new one. Okay, Carrie. Hold on, Carrie. Oh, hold on. What have I done? I did something. Let me get back. Okay, Carrie, I'll drop you a link, darling. If that's what you mean. I don't know what you mean. There's your link, baby girl. For sure. Misty Rose. Okay, you guys. Now, I told you, didn't I? Nobody ever believes me, Minnie Pearl. They don't believe me, Mary. Nothing's quite as pretty as Mary in the morning. Yes, that's a song. And no, it's early. I'm having my first cup of coffee, so no, I ain't very pretty right now. I'm just saying. I told y'all Marlena would be back. I wish I'd have bet money on it. I would be rich. I would be a rich woman. I'm just saying. See, I do know a little bit of what I'm talking about. So anyhow, our great Degenerate Lost got wackoed by Ernie last night, which is okay because it just makes people come back stronger. All right, hold on, Carrie. I don't, ma'am. I love you, but I have to put up my banner because you never come up on panel. Carrie Lawson, is that you, Carrie Lawson?
That's me, baby. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, girl. I'll take my banner off now that I know it's you.
Yes, it's me, baby. I was driving. I had to go visit somebody, and I was on my way home, and I seen what was going on, and I said, I've got to get a hold of you.
Oh, yeah, I seen it myself. Absolutely.
Because they are baiting you bad.
Baiting me?
Don't fall for it. Yes.
What? Why are they baiting me?
All they want to do.
Wait, where?
Go ahead.
Wait, we must be talking about different stuff. Who's trying to bait me?
You talk about Ernie and Karen, Kevin, David, right?
Oh, Yeah, I don't pay no attention to them, but why they want to debate me? What do
Yeah.
they want?
Because they ain't got nothing else to do because they're in a hole right now and all they want to do is cause trouble with everybody.
Oh, yeah, girl. I don't pay no attention to them little weasel heads. For real.
Well, I know you don't. But she's hot and heavy this morning on his nuts. And all they want to do is, yeah, they after Angelo, they after everybody.
Oh, of course they are.
And of
Of
course, they're
course
not
they
going to
are.
come over to your panel and talk to you like an adult.
Well, of course not. And Ernie's blocked anyway. He's not allowed over
Oh
here.
yeah, he's banned from over here because he's useless. He's a useless moron.
Yeah, I don't even know the guy, girl, him, he, she, they. I don't know that dude at
Yeah,
all.
well, you ain't missing
So,
nothing. You ain't
well,
missing
my
nothing.
thing is, this is the thing, Carrie. The shit that they've already said about me, what else are they going to make up?
Exactly. That's what
Right?
I'm saying. They can say whatever they want. They can throw out whatever they want. They can get their little goons to come and harass. Big deal. Who
Yeah,
cares?
we don't
Who
care.
cares? We don't care. And that's why, too, I wanted to come up on panel to tell them we do not care. And just like, what was it? They said something about she wants you to unprivate it and let her go through it, blah, blah, blah. They're going to put it all over YouTube. I'm like, yes, please do. Make
Hang on.
her famous. She don't want to be famous. She don't care about clicks and views. We like our little place that we have, our little safe haven. We're going to keep it that way. But hey, if you want to draw some more attention and get us some more good people, we'll take them.
Well, I usually don't strike people, but if they use my stuff, I'll strike them.
Oh, absolutely. Because the thing
And
is they're not using it for good.
well, this is the thing. That's what pissed them off because I knew what they would do. So I members only did.
Yes. Well, I knew why you did.
Yeah, I didn't privatize it, but I members only did.
Yeah.
And I got news
I mean,
for Ernie. I do not show Ernie's content at all. So
no, absolutely not.
So I got
Yeah,
news
no,
for
they don't
him.
use things for good. They use it to entice people and to try to cause harm. And
Well,
no.
yeah. Well, they got a hard on for me because I allowed Nicolina and Angelo to come up on my panel.
Absolutely.
Which
And,
I
and the
will
thing about
continue
them,
to do that.
and just like they're trying to cause a big uproar, well, something like you got upset with Nicolina, and then Angelo got upset with Nicolina, and then Nicolina did this. Let me tell you something. The thing about it is everybody was adulting yesterday. Everybody agreed to disagree, and everybody was just fine with everybody. And that's the difference with us over here and them over there.
Well, they're making stuff up if they're trying to say that
Exactly.
Angelo and I got upset with Nicolina because we didn't. There was no getting upset with
No,
nobody.
you didn't. Exactly
So.
right. You did not. And it was an excellent live, an excellent discussion, and everybody had a good conversation, and even chat had a
Absolutely.
good conversation.
Oh,
And
I
they can't stand that.
appreciated.
They can't stand that.
I appreciated Angelo coming up and having the conversation with me because he
Oh,
didn't have to do
absolutely.
that. And I
No, and that's what I'm saying.
completely.
Anytime,
Go ahead, baby.
go ahead. Sorry.
I
Anytime you have a question or ask anything, he is more than he'll come and ask. I mean, he'll come and answer. He'll come and talk to you. He'll explain things.
right.
Same way with Nicolina. You got a question for her? Same thing with her. Same thing with you.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah. So, and that's why I said, I was like, let me just, I'm getting up on panel. I said, they are not going to mess with my remain calm. No, I will go. No.
Well, girl, we know how they are. And, I don't care what they say. One thing I'll say over here, we're better than them. They're jealous. I don't put up with the fucking nonsense. I will have who
Absolutely
I want on my panel. I will have a conversation with whoever I want. They're not going to take over my channel. I refuse. That is why all this time, that's why I've never, Carrie, I've never lived by what my sub count is. I never have. Because that's never been what's important.
Absolutely, never have. Never.
So,
Nope.
they can kiss my behind. if they think I give a
Same
shit
here.
about
And
what
just
they
like in
say.
chat, everybo's welcome. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. We don't boot nobody out. If anybody has to be out, it's because they've done something extremely bad.
That's right. That is right.
And that's the way it is.
Well, I just don't allow people to come into my chat and disrespect other people,
No,
over a stupid little, uh, not liking them
over
or whatever.
nonsenseness and stuff like that. Exactly right.
That's right.
This
That
ain't a
is right.
sandbox. I mean, that's
That's
ridiculous.
right. That is right. So, and Ernie, I don't think likes me anyway because I won't give him, um, I won't go through my notes and give him what he wants out of my notes
Exactly.
that other people
Yeah.
don't have.
I already don't like nobody that
So
doesn't agree with him and does his dirty work. Plain
that's
out and
right.
simple. Yeah.
And I don't care. See,
Me
that's the
neither.
difference between me and a bunch of some of them other people. I do not give a
Yep.
rat's ass what Ernie Shell thinks of me. It's not going to change my life any or
No,
real. So,
mine neither. That's what I say. And he can threaten and he's gonna do this and he's gonna do that and he's empty threats. Just go on
and
about your business
look,
and
I've never stopped anybody from using my stuff, but I know how the game's played.
oh yes
I
you do.
already
You're
know how it's
smart.
played. So, they can think about whatever they want to think about. I don't even know why they would want to use it. It's people having a mature conversation. They don't
Exactly.
like
Well,
that.
just to try to cause a big ruckus with this person, that person, and then they can come in and say, "Well, look what
Right.
they did to this person." No, that's not. No, only their people would see that, not us. We know the
Right.
truth, and we know how it is.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? It'd be a little bit different if I truly believed that they wanted, wanted something maybe that I had
Right,
that
for
wasn't
for
out there
something
anymore.
good and to actually learn something.
Right. But no,
Yeah,
I'm not handing shit to somebody that I'm watching decimate this child's case again.
absolutely not. They have
It's
they have
over and
just
over.
what they've done to this case is just it's
Well, and
disgusting.
I said, Carrie, didn't I? Marlene is
Yes,
coming back. I
yes, you
knew it.
did.
I
Yes,
knew
you
it.
did. Yep.
So,
And
yeah,
yeah, and yeah, you sure did. You called that.
yep, yep. I've called a couple things here in the last few days. So, I mean, I hate to say I told you so, but I told y'all so.
Yep. Told you
I knew
so.
exactly how
There's
it was
sometimes you
played
can
out.
say, "I told you so."
Well, I've said it twice in the last few days, so
Yep. Yep.
I will give everybody a break from that for a few days. So,
It's okay. I like hearing you say it. I'm
yeah, it's
sure Chat
funny.
does too. As long as it's deserved and it's very well deserved.
Well, thank you, Carrie, for being my mod girl. I
Honey, well
mean,
thank you for allowing me to be your mod.
a lot of times you're in there by yourself, and I kind of hate that because I want you to enjoy the content and not be overwhelmed
I'm
with
not in
chat.
there by myself. You're up there, and I got all them good people in chat too. And by the way, I can't see chat because I'm driving. So hello, chat.
But I think
But I
that's
got them.
great.
Yeah, I'm not in there by myself.
Well, that's what I love about my channel is because people come in chat and they're so respectful to each other. And
Yes,
even
they
even though
are.
everybody have different opinions, I have this is what I thrive for. This is what I wanted my channel to be the whole time. And to see it played out the way that it has, it's a good feeling. It really is.
It
So,
is. And it's
you know,
I enjoy it. It's like my second home from home. Besides the RJs, I mean, those are the only two. And actually, you're the second panel I've ever been on,
well,
and
good for
I
you.
enjoy it.
That's why when you
It's
asked me for a
super
link,
dude.
I was like, girl, what are you talking about? So,
Listen, when I ask for a link, I'm serious.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you
I was like,
came up,
"Oh my God, I'm
Carrie.
driving." She went early. I was like, "Nope. I gotta make sure she's okay. I gotta make sure everybody's okay. I know you are, but still, I was like, and plus if I'm not in there, she might worry. I was like, I gotta let her know what's going on.
Well, this is what cracks me up is the fact that I don't pay no attention to them. And that makes them even madder when I don't pay them
Oh
any
yeah.
attention.
Oh
So
yeah, absolutely.
that's what I thought you were talking about this live I'm getting ready to go over with Degenerate. Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't even, you
my
know,
bad. I'm sorry.
let me tell,
Well,
well, this
I
is the
give you a
thing.
heads up anyway.
Yeah, it's like Ernie Shell doesn't know me. Neither does KKD or whatever the hell he's called.
Yeah, whatever. He
Their
don't know what he
opinion,
is.
their opinions of me, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Yeah. I'm glad you're
And
going over that live that Jen had because I missed it last night.
yeah, well, we're gonna go over
Awesome.
it because you know, yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. Of course, I haven't watched it all. I just kind of glanced at it, so
Hmm.
because I like going over stuff with you guys. I
Oh yeah,
always
I do
do.
too.
So
I like it when you do it because I'm in there with you all. Well, I will
remember,
let you get back to that, and I'm going to continue driving.
all
Um,
right,
I won't be able to monitor chat, but I just want to let you know I'm driving. I'll be on
that's
the
all
road for
right.
another probably hour and a half. So if you're still live when I'm done, I'll be in chat.
All right, Carrie, adore you, lady.
All right, I love you. If you need anything, holler though. I can pull
I
over.
will. All right, babe.
All right,
All right,
bye.
bye. I love Carrie. She is such a good freaking person. Can you please remove the live from last night? What live are you talking about, Brown Eyes? What live are you talking about? It's on members only. Why do I want to remove it? And you don't know my channel very well, right? It's 99 freaking cents. Oh no, it's $1.99. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to take that off members only? That's how the game's played. That is how the game is played. Remain Calm has learned a lot of things from these YouTubers. I'm just saying. And I do not like anyone using someone who's came on my panel to speak their truth and have a grown adult conversation to take my content and use it against that person. That has been the way that I have been the whole time I've had a channel. So, woody doody. Oh, well, let me strike him. Let me strike at the Ernest. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get over there. I'm coming, Ernie. Why is he showing me? Hold on. Unlock your reality. Ernie, stop it, you little weasel. Ernie is a little weasel. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, he's got a commercial. See, Ernie, you're running freaking commercials, you little dipwit shit. Ah, hold on. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. Ernie, I'm gonna strike you. I'm gonna strike you. Actually, I'm not gonna strike you, Ernie, because I don't give a fuck about you. How about that? Would that even make you madder if I don't strike you? So sit back and guess what? Anybody who's over at Ernie's that is wanting to hear what I have to say, bring your asses over here. Just be respectful when you do it. All right? Oh, thank you, Zena. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Ernie will what? One day Ernie will get his butt kicked. I hope it's on a live when it happens. He runs his mouth too much. Well, we'll handle Ernie in a little bit. I'm not going to let him distract. Okay? He ain't distracting me. Everybody thank Zena for the memberships. Thank you, Zena. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. I do so much. So much. Lordy. BZ's had a new membership, and Jada gifted 5. Zena gifted 10. Jaded gifted another 5. Hey, Days. Good to see you, babe. Good to see you. What happened to that jewel? I'll have to figure that out for real. Thank you guys so much. That means so much. It really does. I appreciate you guys. That is the sweetest things. I appreciate you guys so. But I did tell y'all, I told you guys, Marlena would be back. All right, let's get started on this. And please just be respectful to each other in chat. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. And please dress your words up. And absolutely, we love Carrie Lawson. I appreciate her so much. We are absolutely going to... Is Flies in the house? Did Flies come in? We're praying for Flies. She hadn't been feeling good, you guys. So if she's in and I missed her, love you, Flies. There she is. We love you, Flies, and I hope you get to feeling better real soon. Wisconsin Mama. If I miss anybody, please forgive us me. Okay? All right, let's get this party started. This is Degenerate Lost. The link is in the description. I am a commentary channel, and I give my opinion. And a quick opinion is, Ernie, fuck you, Ernie. Fuck you. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. Hold on, I got it muted.
Someone untouchable. Your actions are still your actions.
They are.
Your words are still your words.
They are.
And accountability starts when you finally admit that sometimes the problem, looking back at you, is yourself.
That is right. And let me say this. I'm not going to let you bully me, Ernie. I'm absolutely not going to allow people that I don't know, that don't know me, to bully me. Okay? Now, I know that there is a sickness with you, okay, where some people love to go around and find out what people are saying about them. Well, sorry, Ernie, I don't do that. So, whatever.
Degenerate Lost. Document it. Verify it. Protect yourself. Let the evidence speak.
Streaming, and I don't. Well, it's saying backstage. Hold on a minute.
Holy hell, wait a minute. That's just too many of you.
Hold on, it's live also, and I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on a minute. Because Marlena is in my chat. Let me figure out how to do this, Ernie.
Well, give her the link and tell her to come up, and I'll talk to her.
She's not going to come up because Marlena and I are going to have a long conversation. Hold on, let me find her.
That's right, Crystal. Let Marlena talk to you. Don't set her up with that Yahoo. Okay? For real. I totally agree. Marlena needs to speak with someone that she feels comfortable with. After what Lips and all of them people did to her, she absolutely needs to be somewhere where she can feel comfortable and not threatened. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion.
Confused here. Just give me a minute here, Ernie. I gotta find your live stream because I can't. It echoes.
So well, let me get something straight. So why won't Marlena come up on my live, but she'll go on your live?
Because you're a fucking loser. You're weird. You are a weirdo. And I hope your little chat is hearing me. Ernie's a weirdo.
Why won't Marlena come up on your live? I can't hear you. This is not working right. All right, guys, you're just going to have to, on my live, you're going to have an Ernie's. Ernie, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean,
Can you hear me now?
let's just listen to it for a minute, guys. This gets she's
So Marlena has been in my chat for the last 2 days. She has been giving a ton
Told you so.
of fucking information about being harassed by Fred Hill's friend Jamie Cox, who he was taking the motorcycle to that day.
Ooh. Fred, didn't Fred act like he didn't know the person who, he was just doing a favor. He was doing a favor. What I remember is Fred acting like he didn't really know the motorcycle man.
She has told us that she was hunted for and tried to be human trafficked last month.
Marlena, get yourself out of that situation. Get yourself out of that environment, lady.
She has told us that Fred Hill has shot at her and Bill Shipley.
Okay, how long ago was that? How long ago was that? Fred ain't been in the area for a while. Now, that is new info. That is new info. Cash app.
She has been very honest about being up on the hill on my channel. She has been in my chat for 2 days. Now, the reason she will not come up on your live is because Prayer Garden and Phoebe has been, and Lips, a lot of creators have been misconstruing her words, chopping them up, making things up.
I didn't. Marlena, I didn't make your words up. I didn't. I actually was going to be kind to Marlena. I'm not going to be mean to her. There's no reason to be mean to her. But why add to a story after 5 years? What is the reasoning? I'm just asking.
Jimmy Long is not true. Prayer Garden likes to play a lot of fucking games, and Marlena has been targeted. Her child has been targeted. A family member of hers has custody of this child and sent, told people where her
okay. So
child.
let me say something.
Okay, so yes, absolutely. Marlena and her family had some issues going on, okay? Now, I never put that with Summers' case, only because that had to do with Marlena and her family. So, I have text. I could put them out, but I don't need to because it has to do with Marlena and her family and her child. Okay? That had nothing to do with Summer. So I do know I've seen another creator who put them out because they turned it into an email or whatever. I've talked about it. I've absolutely talked about it.
Let me say this right. Okay, so you're saying she's being targeted. Well, guess what? Marlena's now being hunted.
So Ernie is saying he's hunting Marlena or having Marlena hunted. That's creepy, Ernie. Ernie, are you listening? That is freaking creepy. That is really freaking creepy. I'm just saying.
Understand that?
Hunted by who, Ernie?
By us.
By us. Who's us? Ernie, how are you hunting anybody? You've been on freaking YouTube 24/7. How are you hunting anybody? You're hunting somebody while sitting on a fucking couch? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can share this. Hold on a minute.
Now being hunted. You understand that?
Wow.
Hunted by who, Ernie?
By us.
Why would you be hunting for Marlena? Marlena already said law enforcement talked to her, right? Marlena said she took a lie detector test. I have it. I do. Where she said it out of her own mouth. So guess what? If law enforcement gave Marlena a lie detector test and Marlena's not in jail, then who are you, Ernie? Who are you? The killer inside.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can share this. Hold on a minute. This might help.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I don't understand why she won't let me ask her just the 3 or 4 questions. I mean, just 3
Because you're fucking creepy and you said you were hunting her. Dang.
or 4 questions.
Well, ask them. She's in my chat. She can answer them. She's right here. Look, come to mine. Come.
No, Crystal. It doesn't work like that. He needs Marlena on his channel. He needs those clicks. He needs those views, girl. You know how it works.
Watch mine. We can all see you now. We can all hear you now. I figured it. I just.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We do a thing called double. Here's the thing. We do a thing called double verification.
Bullshit, Ernie. When did you ever double verify anybody? Anybody? I've never seen that happen. But then again, I don't watch you anymore. So, you know, maybe you changed a little bit. Who freaking knows?
Karen Elliott told me he was taking a bite. Cursed with Curiosity just asked who said Fred was taking a bite to Jamie's. Karen Elliott herself told me that Fred and Laura took the bike to Jamie's. I have.
Okay, why would Fred take Summer's bike to Janie's? Was there children there that maybe was going to use the bike? I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
It in text messages. I've shared it and I can share it again. But here's the thing. Phoebe Australia has sold her tits.
Damn! Phoebe! Phoebe's selling her titties. Girl, why you selling them for? What are you going to do without them after somebody buys them? Then you're going to be titless. I'm just saying. That is so funny. Phoebe selling her titties. Ernie's eating that shit up now. He's like, oh, now you're right up my alley.
To get information for Summer Wells. She has sent naked pictures to people. This is a case where a child could be human trafficked. Do you
That's
think it's
true.
okay for Phoebe to sell her titties to people to get information for Summer?
Why? I don't understand. You know, I have to say, and believe me, Peachy and Evil Ghost, they know that RC is on, you know, I'm like virginited, okay? These things embarrass me. So, I mean, compared to what we've heard a couple other creators sent to try to get info, I guess a boob shot ain't that bad, right?
But where's your verification at?
Verification of what? She did it right on Fair Gardens. They've talked about it several
Ernie wants to see Ernie wants to see them titties.
times. Verification of what? The whole community has seen it, Ernie.
I didn't see
Hello,
it.
hi, hi, hello. I just kind of wanted to reel you in a little bit. Can we cut the shit and get back on track? If my
Wow. Wow. That is so funny. Reel it in, Ernie. Reel that shit in.
Marlena isn't going to come over here, ma'am, I don't know what you're doing over here. We're in the middle of something. So can you just go on and stop saying all this weird shit about people in the chat? Those are our
What-
friends, okay? Don't start
What-
drama. Don't start drama. Please don't start drama. Ernie, come on now.
Well, I mean, Crystal, you shouldn't have mentioned the titty stuff. Okay? Because that does, I mean, hey, I ain't got nothing against Crystal. I don't even know Crystal. I've never talked to her. Been in her chat maybe a couple times over the last 5 years. But yes, when you start mentioning titties and stuff like that, it does seem like, I don't know what Ernie was talking about because I don't watch him, but you know, that kind of took a weird turn, I must say. Okay. I think a woman making a decision to show her body to anybody on YouTube, how does that have to do with trafficking? I mean, obviously she's sending titty shots to grown adult people is what you're saying. So, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, all right.
Cut the shit. This is ridiculous. No one wants this.
Do I even know who this woman is? Did I even come in your chat except for to ask you for a link?
Hi, Annie.
Phoebe.
Hey, how you doing? That's
Hey,
Phoebe.
Phoebe, an American voice. Can you?
Did Phoebe have an American voice? Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Phoebe, I've showed Phoebe stuff before. I think Phoebe has some good content every once in a while that I catch. All right? You go, Phoebe. Show them titties all you want to, girl. Power to the people.
Did I even come in your chat except for to ask you for a link?
Hi, Annie.
Phoebe.
Hey, how you doing? That's
Hey,
Phoebe.
Phoebe, an American voice. Can you go to Ernie's to see what the fuck is going on? Oh,
An
what
American
am I doing
voice.
here? I might have just fucked this all up. I'm in
Oh,
Ernie's.
Crystal, dang
Ernie,
it.
are you there? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Ernie? Now, I will tell you guys this. I don't think I've talked about this for a long time. Now, Crystal and this lady who had a YouTube channel, and I don't remember what her name was. Crystal and this Linda lady had lawsuits against each other. It was really weird. Oh, you think? She sent her pic to get info about Summer Wells. Well, there were people who did that, right? Hey, Scott H. Scott H. Scott. And I am sorry if I'm missing people. Why are you? I don't know why that's being hidden. Okay, so that's weird. Why some of my comments are being hidden. There's Genevieve. Watch out. Watch out. There's Genevieve. Okay, here we go. Let me get back to it. I forgot what I was going to say, damn it.
All right. So Marlena has been in my chat for the last 2 days.
2 days. 2 days. I told you guys. I told you.
She has been giving a ton of fucking information about being harassed by Fred Hill's friend Jamie Cox, who he was taking the motorcycle to that day.
Jamie Cox. Gobbler. I don't know this Jamie Cox guy. Why are you messing with Marlena, Jamie Cox? Leave Marlena alone.
She has told us that she was hunted for and tried to be human trafficked last.
See, this is weird to me. Okay.
Month. She has told us that Fred Hill has shot at her and Bill Shipley.
Why didn't you say that before, Marlena? Why didn't you say that before? Oh, was you waiting until you got a channel to release that information? I'm just asking.
In the past, she has been very honest about being up on the hill on my channel. She has been in my chat for 2 days. Now, the reason she will not come up on your live is because Prayer Garden and Phoebe has been, and Lips. A lot of creators have been misconstruing her words.
Like I said, I never misconstrued your words. Never did. I don't take anybody's words and misconstrue them. I know exactly what you said on my panel. I've showed it. I've went back and showed it. We have showed you talking to Lips. One thing I'm going to say is the fact that you knew, Marlena, you're the one who was hanging with Prayer Garden and Phoebe. You're the one knowing you fucking knew exactly what Lips was doing behind the scenes concerning you and yours, and you were okay with it to make a fucking dollar off of YouTube. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm not making things up. The Jimmy Long is not true. Per Gordon likes to play a lot of fucking games, and Marlena has been targeted. Her child has been targeted. A family member of hers has custody of this child, and Lip sent like told people where her child.
I never seen that. All I got is text messages. That's it.
Mhm.
Huh.
Hunted by who, Ernie?
He told you.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can share this.
I sped it
Hold on
up.
a
If
minute.
it's
This
too
might help.
fast, let me know.
Questions. I mean, just 3 or 4 questions.
Well, ask them. She's in my chat. She can answer them. She's right here. Look, come to mine. Come watch mine. We can all see you now. We can all hear you now. I figured it out.
So see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We do a thing called double. Here's the thing. We do a thing called double verification.
Karen Elliott told me he was taking a bite. Curse with Curiosity just asked who said Fred was taking a bite to Jamie's. Karen Elliott herself told me that Fred and Laura took the bite to Jamie's. I have it in text messages. I've shared it and I can share it again. But here,
This is the thing. People say a lot of shit in text messages. People say a lot of things, period. Okay? Now, as far as the way that I am, is I've had a lot of people tell me a lot of shit in text messages, right? I've had a lot of people tell me things over the phone, right? And it doesn't mean that they're true, right? I am not an editor, CM. I am not good at that shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, people learn, J-Dub. Lips archives everything she can on anyone she can. Well, I mean, that's true, right? I don't believe she did, Amber. Why would Marlena do that? Why would Marlena turn anything over to law enforcement? I would think, and this is just me thinking, that her environment and things that, you know, we kind of know that she's into, she wouldn't want law enforcement nowhere around. Okay. Now, there's something called manufactured chaos. Manufactured chaos, right? I've talked about it before. Marlena was so concerned. Let me say this. Marlena was so concerned. Fred hasn't lived in Tennessee for quite a while, right? So she's coming out saying that Fred, you know, threatened her or, you know, with a pew pew or whatever. So why the fuck, when she would speak to people on panels, right? PG, Lips, whatever, she was more concerned with arguing about someone saying that she had addiction problems, right? So let's not talk about that. Let's wait 5 fucking years. I mean, come on. Come on.
here's the thing. Phoebe Australia has sold her tits to get information for Summer Wells. She has sent naked pictures to people. This is a case where a child could be human trafficked.
But I don't understand. And look, trafficking of children is fucking horrible and disgusting. But what does someone sending another grown-ass adult pictures have to do with that? I mean, I never had to show my titties to get information. So, yeah, I mean, okay.
Do you think it's okay for Phoebe to sell her titties to people to get information for some
But where's your verification at?
verification of what?
Bernie wants to see the titties. Okay? That's the verification he wants. Dang.
She did it right on Prayer Gardens. They've talked about it several times. Verification of what? The whole community has seen it, Ernie.
I ain't seen it. I don't want to see it. I don't need nobody's titties, okay?
Hello,
Julie,
hi,
what's up?
hi, hello. I just kind of wanted to reel you in a little bit. Can we cut the shit and get back on track? If Marlena isn't going to come over here, ma'am, I don't know what you're doing over here. We're in the middle of something. So can you just go on and stop saying all this weird shit about people in the chat? Those are our friends, okay? Don't
What?
start drama. Don't start drama. Please don't start drama. Ernie, come on now. Cut the shit. This is ridiculous. No one wants this.
Do I even know who this woman is? Did I even come in your chat except for to ask you for a link?
Hi, Annie.
Phoebe.
Hey, how you doing?
It's
Stevie.
me, an American Voice.
I didn't hear an American voice. Did you guys hear an American voice? Why is it, I don't know why it would hide boobies, but okay. Hold on. Why is it hiding that stuff? Look. I know what's happening.
Can you fucking believe it? Where did her fucking Australian accent go?
I didn't hear her talk in an American accent, but that's just me, okay? People hear different things, I guess.
I can't hear Crystal.
Here she comes. Now she's going to come back with an Australian. Phoebe, why are you selling your tits to people? That's human trafficking. Why are you human trafficking yourself? And why do you suck Prayer Gordon's ass?
Is sending people pictures of your tits trafficking? I guess if she's showing her boobies to get information, that doesn't make any sense. Phoebe, stop it, girl. Stop showing those tatas.
Why?
Cuss them out. Anyways, guys, so you got to get the context of it. You got to have the context of it. If Marlena's not going to
What's the fucking context of somebody showing their tatas?
come over here, well, we know where Marlena's at. And when we go back for our next little party search thing we're doing, we'll find Marlena just like we found the rest of everybody else.
Why you gotta look for her? I thought you're trying to find out what happened to a missing child. Right?
How are you doing tonight, Phoebe? Are you doing okay?
This is unreal.
The only way, CM, that Lips would have the cemetery, she could have went there. She went to Tennessee twice, I think. So she absolutely could have pictures of the cemetery and stuff. I mean, what good? Let me say this. You can agree with me or not. What fucking good is it to go to Tennessee, go to Beach Creek, and take pictures? How is that helping find Summer? To go there and take freaking pictures. Right? I mean, for real. What good does that do? It doesn't.
I don't think nobody can hear me tonight for some reason. Jesus Christ. Anyways, we were getting ready to, let's talk about what we got going on right here. Let's get back on track, everybody. Let's
Get back on track,
Let's put the
Ernie.
brakes on. Every once in a while, you got to have a little bit of recipe with it. People show what they're doing. They show who they are, right?
Listen, Ernie. People do show what they are. And Phoebe
They
literally
do.
just got up on her fucking panel. I hate my face this big.
But okay, why are you fucking worried about somebody showing their tits for information? What does that have to do with anything? You got two other creators that allegedly, and I'm saying alleged, I have not seen no pictures and don't want to see no fucking pictures, okay? The only thing about the prayer garden pictures that piqued my curiosity was when someone said that Candace got into Dawn's phone and sent a alleged picture of prayer garden, you know, in her birthday suit to this other person. You know why that interested me? Because Candace said she didn't get into Dawn's phone, right? Candace said she never got into Dawn's phone. But yet she allegedly sends, you know, prayer garden at her finest around to other people. Y'all get what I'm saying? That is what piqued my curiosity.
Phoebe literally just got up on that panel in an American accent. Does somebody want to tell me why this woman suddenly is American? Then she jumps off panel when I say to her, now, if they want the truth, Marlena can come over here. Ernie, you make up stories. You make up major fucking stories, like shit that is unreal fucking listic. You have been arrested out here a million fucking times. You have lied about being related to people that I know in real life. We have found out that you have an uncle or an aunt or somebody, Brenda Shell, that is friends with Ziggy. You suck Ziggy's ass. Now all of a sudden you want to attack them while still sucking her ass.
Oh my God, Ernie, you sucking booty. Damn. That sounds like a grinder problem. Fuck you, Ernie.
There is something seriously wrong with you, sir. It is not normal to want to go hunt for people. Now, you literally just
Very
said we are
true.
hunting for Marlena. Do you understand that Marlena can... Now, I want a link. Okay, let's give Marlena a link. I'm going to... Marlena, while
Oh,
you
we
talk
got
for a minute,
Marlena. I told y'all I hadn't watched all this. Jesus, take the wheel. Here comes Marlena.
Earl brought me a burger. I'm going to scarf this shit down because I ain't had dinner and it's 11 o'clock and I really don't like to eat the carbs and salt after fucking 8. And that's what I'm doing tonight. So I just sent Marlena a link. I'm going to let her come up and tell her piece and then I will be right back. Until then, we're going to share something until Malaya gets... I mean, Malaya. That's my daughter's name. Marlena. Let's go listen to Jody Sue until Marlena grabs the link. This is some sick shit.
Oh yeah, so triggered about Ryan's fucking dog. I'm so triggered about that. I'm so
Okay, wait, I gotta slow it down. Cause Jody, you know, we gotta figure out. I will put it on normal. As I said, people, I'm a commentary channel and I give my attention. I give my attention to people. For real. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to keep up with I don't know why YouTube is holding a lot of comments, for sure. So I'm trying to look. It's kind of, some of the comments that it's holding is pretty ding. Okay, I'm trying. Okay. So what is going on with Jody? Jody has been very triggered by the Hatfield and McCoy people that are bringing up her son again. Okay. And now they have put Jody's family at risk. They put her at risk again after 5 years, right?
guys. You should have seen the real feds and real law enforcement, real dogs. Oh, we even signed for. Oh my god, yeah, no, the searchers. And they look, oh, we were just triggered. I ain't triggered by no fucking. Fuck off.
Wait. Why are you going under that name, Marlena? Elizabeth Jackson. Hold
I ain't
on.
triggered by no fucking.
Why are you going under that name? You looking old, Marlena. You are looking old, girl.
Look off. You should see real feds and real.
Okay, Marlena, well, I this food. You can address and I will be right there.
I want to know what fucking party I'm going to.
The party with the shadow people, lady. Hanging out with the shadow people. That's mean. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so mean. Remain calm. Why are you so mean? You're horrible. You are horrible, lady.
You can address and I will be right there.
Marlena wants to know what party she's going to. She doesn't want to miss it, Ernie. You need to tell her so she's not late to the party. I'm just saying.
I want to know what party I'm going to. I want to know what fucking party I'm going
You
to.
said the party.
What do you mean, Sandy? Marlena's admitted to, her little thingy thing.
He's hunting.
Why is he hunting me? That's none of his business where I am and what I'm not or what I'm doing. TBI, and if he is not TBI and FBI, he doesn't need to be around me.
What's that supposed to mean? TBI and FBI, he doesn't need to be around me. I totally agree. I totally agree.
Why is he hunting me? That's none of his business where I am and what I'm not or what I'm doing. TBI, and if he is not TBI and FBI, he doesn't need to be around me.
Statements like that are scary to the locals that live there. Ernie just literally said he's hunting Marlena. That are scary to the locals that live there. Ernie just literally said he's hunting Marlena.
You can hear her. She's mumbling out.
I don't understand why he's hunting me.
Is that your sister, Marlena?
Yeah, but why is he hunting me? He has no right to be hunting me.
None whatsoever. Marlena didn't do nothing wrong in the police line where she's at. She's actually related to an investigator on Summer's case.
So what? So what? If that's the case, then I would say that could that be considered a conflict of interest? Could it? Right? I don't know. I'm just asking.
In-law. So Ernie, if I was you, I'd shut the fuck up. Marlena, while you're here, I'm going to go to my channel. I would like
And I
to
will
know.
not ever be on the panel, and they can talk about what they want to about me because PG did. And you know what? They don't make any difference. And then, Australia's on there. She's running that dick sucker like always.
Well, this is the thing, Marlena. You, in my opinion, wanted a quick buck. You wanted a quick buck. So when you were offered to, hey, come up here, I'll drop your cash app, I'll pay you, whatever the circumstance was, right? You chose that over going on a panel where a real conversation about your experience at 110, your relationship with the Wells, different things like that. You chose not to do that. You're the one who chose the path on YouTube that was handed to you, ma'am. I mean, that's what I see.
Ways. So
Dude,
yeah,
she's
no. And then that's funny that you just called her out. She went from American accent to Australian accent. Now come on.
Jump down and then jump down. So this bitch, there's something fucking wrong with her, but I'm going to play. I was wondering, do you know anything about this?
And why is, I mean, Ernie has no right to hunt me, period. And does he not know that I could get him for stalking and all that, because he's not no TBI, FBI, or from the sheriff's office? That
Now, let me tell you something, okay? Sometimes people just say shit, right? So, Ernie may have said that. Law enforcement is going to want to physically see Ernie coming upon Marlena, right? Law enforcement has to see that. Now, I'm not sure how stalking and social media works. You know, that's a totally different thing. They have to physically see Ernie stalking her, right? Because there's a lot of people on social media that talk shit and say that they're doing things that they're not doing. It's just words. It is just words, right? And, you know, why would he be hunting Marlena? Everybody basically knows where she's at, right?
is stalking. He just admitted that he was hunting me.
Then call law enforcement.
He did just admit that he was hunting you.
Call your relative that is handling Summer's case.
And that's scary. And then he's admitting he's doing
It
it for
is
Phoebe.
scary. It is
He
scary.
admitted he's doing it for Phoebe and Pearl Garden, which is even more fucking sick.
So that's why I've had a lot of friend requests, and that's why I've had a lot of people show up from Prayer Garden and all that, is because of Ernie. Ernie's pressing them to do that.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I know that Hawkins County, according to Dawn and Candace, are having a lot of problems with Ernie. So maybe what you should do is reach out.
How's that according to Dawn and Candace? Because Candace went on the Hatfields and McCoys and started crying about Ernie. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I think about that. This is my opinion. Everybody can have their own opinions. Candace Bly Wells is the one that allowed Ernie into her missing child case. She opened that door and let him walk right in there. And now she wants to cry about it. Now she wants to cry, you know, Ernie's jail. Well, guess what, Candace? I have the video of you at the fucking hemp house with him at Tina's establishment. We seen him all up on your property. Where you got fucking freaked out was when Ernie said that he tapped that. Then you've got Dawn sitting up there who was in jail when you were messing around with Ernie. You had Dawn believing that Ernie come up on that hill in the middle of the night to bring you pizza that you didn't ask for. I don't see Ernie Shell spending his hard-earned Cash App money on a fucking pizza to drive it to Beach Creek and then have to walk up the driveway in the dark carrying pizza. I'm just saying. You did that, Candace. You did that. Nobody else. Your daughter was missing, lady. You say you don't know what happened to her. Why would you allow anyone that you didn't know to come up and diddle around on that property. Why? Because this is my opinion. You know exactly what happened to your daughter. I'm just saying. Sorry, I had a moment.
Your police officer, family member, show them that clip and ask them to arrest me and press charges on him because that is a life threat. He is hunting Marlena.
Okay.
I'm going to play this, Marlena. Have you ever heard anything about this? Because at the time that this happened, Ernie was working for them.
Yeah, the Hay House.
A hay house?
There was a guy that came out and said that Ernie groomed him at an establishment called the Hay House, right? Said that he was there, kind of rehab type of place or whatever. Ernie was giving him substances. I mean, this guy said a lot of things about Ernie, right?
He looks like a nice guy. Scott
mean,
Stewart.
Hopefully he hits the ground running and takes it all in control. And I've heard there's going to be an arrest made. I've heard that from 2 or 3 different cops.
You know what, Ernie? You've been saying the same thing for 5 years. Oh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Things are going to happen in 2 weeks.
And so did a couple more people hear that. So, you know, and I know how speculation runs wild, especially in these YouTube streets and on the streets in general, but think about it.
I believe it.
Someone go over there. Listen, someone go over there to Crystal's and ask her, why did Marlena say, I haven't been to the graveyard since summer had passed? At least try to get that out of her. Just ask her, why did she say that for? What was the reason behind that? See, there's who, what, when, where. There's all kind of questions that can stem from just that.
Well, my opinion on that was there's been a lot of people that have talked about Summer. We don't know what happened to her. Sometimes an individual will say that they believe that Summer is no longer, you know, on this earth anymore. And then other times, you know, they'll say that they believe the Summer is still on this earth. So was it just a slip up like that? You know, I'm not sure. I can guarantee you that if, and I'm just saying, this is where my mind is. If you ask Marlena that question, that is the answer that she's going to give. She is going to respond with, well, it was just a slip of the tongue, right? Because do you really think that any of these people are going to come on social media and admit that they know that this little girl is not alive anymore? Okay? Do you really think that's going to happen? I hate to be the bearing of bad news. That is never going to happen, people. Never.
But with that being said, Phoebe, I appreciate you for coming up.
All right.
And just remember, don't pay no attention to these people. You know
All
who you are. You know what you are in
You
your heart.
too. You too. You keep going the way you're going. You're doing really well.
Thank you. I
All
appreciate
right. God bless. Bye.
it. Goodbye. Thank you so much. We love Phoebe. You know, there's so much with what's going on with this case, guys. And it's going to get even worse. I'm not going. People say, "Oh, it's going to get better." No. The woodworks. These people are going to come out everywhere. If you think they're coming out now, if you think, listen, if you think they're coming out now, you haven't seen nothing yet. I wasn't Ernie. Marlena was asking for a link. I'll give her a link. Hell, hold on a second. Look, I don't care, and I'm not going to be mean to her. I just want to talk to her. I I'm not wanting to try to run somebody to the ground. I just want to talk to her. Just want to ask her a few things.
Why don't you talk to her behind the scenes? Why do you have to do it on YouTube? I would think that if anybody really wants to find the truth on what happened, these people aren't the ones to talk to. They're not. And Ernie, you done messed it up with Dawn and Candace. You did that, sir. Nobody else did that. You did that. So,
Just want to ask her a few things. That's it. But I don't, you know, nobody's going to fight nobody. Nobody's wanting to fight anybody. Just a few things I want to talk to her about.
what? Are y'all fighting through the computer monitors again? Are y'all reaching through there and slapping each other around? Huh? Is that what it is? Guess what? Ernie Shell is the last person that I'm going to spend my time on YouTube fighting with. The guy doesn't know me. I've never spoke to him behind the scenes. I'd never had anything to do with him. I went on his panel twice, thinking that he was sincerely going to have a conversation about Summer. No. Like Ernie said, people, let's have some fun with it. Let's have some fun with it, right? That's what he said.
I got your message just now. No. We're not going to out the people she hangs around with. I'm not going to do that. That would get her hurt. I'm not going to do that. Brian, why the hell?
They already did that. That's already happened. They already did that to Marlena.
What would you ask me that for? You crazy. I would never do that. I'm not
Yeah,
here
you
to put
would.
people's lives in danger.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not going to tell about what kind of drugs they're involved in or nothing like that. I'm not going to tell you.
We already know. We already know, Ernie. Where have you been? Keeper of the Summer Wells case. Oh, high and mighty Ernie, that, he's there to solve the case. Like I said, if you really were going to do the things that you said you were going to do involving Summer's case, you would have made her a priority years ago. But you didn't want to do that, did you, Ernie? Right? Like when you told Candace, I'm not doing this anymore. I want nothing to do with this. All because Candace wasn't doing what you wanted her to do. So how was that prioritizing that child, Ernie? And instead of doing right and trying to, do your little law enforcement stint investigation, you decided you were going to get whacked the fuck out and you were going to go and break the law and get thrown in jail. How many times have you been in jail, Ernie, since Summer went missing?
Little things here and there about people buying food stamps. I'm not going to do that. I would never, ever out
Who gives a fuck? What does that have to do? That ain't got shit to do with nothing. And that ain't none of your business.
somebody because they sell their food stamps. I can't do that. Brian, what the hell are you talking
Who
about?
the fuck is he saying sells their food stamps? Oh my God. Now I want to know, right? I want to know right now before we go any further. Hey, Mags. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Mags.
Buddy. I would never tell them about certain deals that's been made. Brian, you're an ass. You know that? You son of a bitch. Oh, God, Marlena, Elizabeth Jackson, Marlena, Lord God. Anyways,
Why did she put the name Elizabeth Jackson? Marlena, that didn't make no sense, girl.
well, guys, I guess we're going to be boots on the ground here
Okay.
again. God almighty, I feel like trying to find rest is just not happening. You guys got me sleeping. I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and start this.
Right. Okay.
Well, let Crystal say whatever she wants to say. At least
All
I've got
right.
more teeth than Crystal does. Much respect.
Wow. See, that's how Ernie rolls, right? That's how he rolls. If people don't agree with him, he calls them names, right? He calls them names. That is ridiculous. That is just ridiculous.
God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting the good fight. As always, it is we the people will expose each and every one of these
Okay.
people who have done Summer Wells wrong at all cost.
No, Ernie, you talk shit about anybody that isn't kissing your ass and doing what you want, for sure. And, you know, thank you, Sandy. I don't know why it's holding that. Well, he said that. You're wrong. He said he was hunting Marlena. I would think that whoever takes Ernie to the area that he's going to be hunting Marlena, they can also be charged as an accomplice to stalking. So people need to realize this shit. Ernie has people doing his dirty work for him. Okay? He absolutely does. And I don't know what him and that guy even said about me. For real. Ernie doesn't know me. He don't. So he can say whatever he wants. What I say about Ernie are things that I have physically seen myself. Okay? Things that are absolutely out here on YouTube that have not been edited. Okay? Not been edited. It's shit that Ernie's done. But for some reason, and I don't understand why, all of the shit in Summer's case that went on for years started to die down a little bit. And the drama of it all started to calm down a little bit. And for some reason, they felt they needed to start it all back up again. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. Where has any of what any of them have been doing, where has any of that helped this little girl? Right? Hold on, because I don't know why it's holding a lot of these messages for review. Crystal's a victim. Yeah, Ernie is a protector. Ernie doesn't care about anybody but Ernie. That's all Ernie cares about. It's just Ernie. And Ernie likes getting attention. He can act like he don't, right? He absolutely loves it. He does. He knows he does. He absolutely knows he does. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, that's the way they are. That is the way they are. Found him sleeping on a cardboard box. Well, I mean, we know it, right? I don't know why Johnny's... Okay, YouTube is holding some comments, and I'm trying to keep up with chat here. I really harassed him right before jail. Now I won't even go into his chat. Well, you know, my thing is, I've always said this, but I was always made to be the bad person about it. If someone wanted to have a conversation with me about Summer Wells case, I don't mind talking to anybody. I really don't. I really don't mind going into my notes to find something. But let me say this. I don't need a disrespectful fucking asshole to come to my channel, disrespect me, act like that him covering Summer's case, he's got all the answers. If he's got all the answers, why is he asking other people? Why is he asking other people to give him their content, right? Because that's what he's doing. That is exactly what he's doing. So we've got Ernie, here comes Marlena, Hatfield and McCoy, here comes Jody Sue again. I mean, it's all the same shit. It is all the same shit. And, we could go through it fucking just over and over and over again, right? Over and over and over again. I'm going to go over to BZ's. They became a member today, and I'm going to, I dropped the link in chat for this channel. Now, I haven't heard this, but it's Dawn versus Jody Sue on PG's panel with a special guest, Andrew Hiltz. Sweetie, you're comfortable, but I gotta move my mouse around there, girl. And this was from 3 years ago. 3 years ago, May 1st, 2023. May 1st, 2023. Let me pop over there. If you guys have problems hearing it, just let me know. And yes, I am going to commentate on this for sure.
Too hot. Did she change out of the shorts as well? I mean, did she completely change, or did she just take off the jacket?
I think after she got it, as far as what I know about my wife, when they get out of the swimming hole, she will put all dry clothes on her.
Right.
And so
Really?
That's
correct.
Or whatever, but they wanted all her dirty laundry out of the laundry. And that's what backed up. And they still have today.
How come the jacket wasn't given to him?
I can't answer that question because I wasn't there. I mean, it probably just in all the confusion and everything else and all the.
Well, this is the thing though. Even if they would have gave the jacket, it doesn't mean that they kept it. Even if they gave the jacket for the dogs, for the scent, it doesn't mean that they were going to keep the jacket, right? They could have gave it back. Who knows?
Questions and everything going on. I would just say that it was probably overlooked, honestly. Ain't nobody trying to hide anything. We're trying to find our daughter. We ain't trying to hide.
I don't have you muted, PG, or PG has me muted. I don't have you muted, sweetheart. Jody Sue, we can hear you.
All right. Do you care to kind of just let me and Dawn talk for a second, PG?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
All right. Dawn, you know you're a liar. I know you're a liar. I've known you've been a liar the entire time we've lived beside one another for years.
You've been
I didn't care about any of it. I was cool. No, you're not going to do me like you do everybody else.
Oh, I think we've listened to this before, Jody Sue. chewing Dawn Wells out. The only thing about Jody was the fact that she says all these things, right? That she knows Don was a liar, that, you know, he did all these horrible things, but yet she was, even if she was paying him, she was still allowing Don Wells around her, right?
Fucking lie. Fuck you, Jody.
I'm telling you,
Fuck off,
you
dumb
know,
bitch.
and I know you just
Fuck
lied.
you,
The
you
traffic
dumb
wasn't
bitch.
at our
Get the
house.
fuck off here. Man,
No,
fuck
I'm telling you,
You're the
and
biggest
you know it.
dumb bitch I've ever
No,
seen in my
look
life.
at you.
And how are you going to call somebody a freaking creeper peeper, but then still go around that person? Right?
An abuser.
Off.
Look at you being an abuser.
Quit, man.
Bitch, I ain't
Fuck you.
Candace.
Man,
I ain't
fuck
Candace,
off.
and I ain't some little girl
I'm
going,
not
stop,
Oh, yeah.
daddy.
I've listened to
Stop,
this.
daddy.
Fuck
Stop,
you, bitch.
daddy.
See, that fucking just irks the shit out of me when she says that, because,
Right?
Dude, I can't
Right?
talk to this
Oh.
dumb bitch.
Yeah,
my cat hit my mouth. So if I get knocked out of my StreamYard, I'll be right back. That Jody saying that, and then Don saying, you know, when he would have to do whatever to Summer, and he'd be like, I'm sorry, Summer. I'm sorry, right? Fucking weird.
because you can't talk all
Lying,
over
bitch.
me. Because you
You're a
can't
liar.
fucking abuse me. And because you're a goddamn liar.
You're a fucking lying bitch.
Yeah.
You fucking
Yeah,
sick.
right. Everybody's
You're
lying. I guess
insane.
including the bruises
Get off
on
the
your kids,
dope.
too, Dawn.
Bruises on the kids. Bruises on the kids. Okay. I thought that Andy knew what they were doing to Summer and didn't tell Jody, right? Isn't that what she said?
Get
Right?
off drugs,
The
man.
traffic.
You
I ain't on drugs,
can't- you're
bitch. I
fucking so
passed
stupid.
my screens for DCS. How about
You're
you and
fucking
Candace,
stupid.
motherfucker?
You're the liar.
Right.
You are
Right.
the liar.
The thing about it is, with Jody's health condition, and the medication that she was given, with CPS, they would have known what medication she was on, right? I don't know how that changes things. You know, if she tested positive for something and she had a prescription for it, because of her health condition, then CPS can't do anything anyway, right?
I got proof of my shit.
You ain't
and
got
it's
no
law
proof.
enforcement.
You
Right.
have no proof.
Right.
Go
I got
tell it
proof.
to fucking TBI or somebody.
Oh, I
They
have,
won't
Dawn.
listen to your dumb ass either. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. I ain't getting the fuck out anywhere because I ain't Candace
the
and I ain't
fuck
a little girl and I ain't
Everybody knows you're so
fucking
full of
abused,
shit.
motherfucker. And you ain't Andy and you ain't the unicorn in the
Fuck
world.
up, man.
You don't bother me. What I'm
You don't
telling
bother
you
me
is the
either
only
because everybody knows
traffic
you're full of
was
shit.
at your house. Tell them about your ties to Fred,
Shut the
Dawn.
fuck up.
Tell them about your Knoxville runs that supplied fucking Ben Hill, Dawn.
Yeah, really? You're
So, picture her riding off behind someone on a horse and the dog's following her. I don't know. I don't know. Back when he used to be on all the panels. Who are you talking about? Let me, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Hold on. Let me pull this over to this screen, and that way I can see my chat. Hold on.
Tell them about how
Okay,
you
now I
really
can see
came
my
about it.
chat.
It wasn't to care for your mama. Guess who did that, Dawn? Oh, I don't know, Sharpie and Mock, who took care of your dying mama, you lying piece of shit.
You're the lying piece
Go
of shit.
find another woman to abuse, Dawn. I ain't it, motherfucker. Ha ha ha, yeah.
What was this? Jody must have been triggered by somebody, right? When she did this. There was an allegation against her, so they had to investigate. That's telling somebody. I don't know why CPS was at Jody's. I would assume that it would have to be something to do with, you know, her family stuff. With her family stuff. And this is just my opinion. I do not believe that it had to do with any ABUSC going on with her children or anything like that. I believe that that had to do with her and Andy going back and forth in court, right?
Laugh, I ain't
Hey,
can't. Don't
Sage.
freak me out. Your shit ain't cute. Be a liar. We all see the fuck shit going on in your house.
Andy.
See, this is what I could never figure out. Is the fact that Jody at first talked about Dawn and Candace not being guilty, right? And then she says she starts seeing things that, you know, made her start to wonder. Well, obviously, she knew this shit before Summer went missing. So why was it shit that was happening after Summer went missing and the way Dawn and Candace were acting that made her start questioning if they were guilty or not? When the shit that she's talking about, that shit was going on before Summer went missing, right? Does that make any sense what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
I don't give a shit who you're happy for, dude. That don't bother me none either, cause I ain't some desperate hoe. And I ain't Candace out here looking for a piece as soon as your ass is in jail. Cause she's tired of being abused too. You small old dick meth smoking motherfucker.
Let me ask you a question.
You ain't got no
What was
question.
you doing on the bottom property down there in the creek when Summer come up missing?
I wasn't there when she, quote, come up missing, but guess what I was doing, Dawn? With other neighbors and witnesses. I was looking for your daughter while your fat ass wife was in her goddamn car lying to the rest of the neighborhood and the other witnesses you all can't fucking outrun with your stupid YouTube chaos.
You're so fucking dumb.
Eat that shit.
No more than fucking.
Okay, so J-Dub, this was a thing. Jody was on getting chemotherapy, okay? And when you're getting chemo and radiation and things like that, you really have to be very much aware of, you know, who you're around. They didn't want it's a whole thing, okay? So they were having to, how do I word this? Okay, hold on. I will, hold on now. Okay, why? You know, to the So someone having chemotherapy must manage their waste carefully. Their body fluids and waste products contain toxic drug remnants for 48 to 72 hours or up to several days after treatment. These chemical residues can harm caregivers, family members, or pets if skin contact or accidental exposure. Okay? The direct contact with bodily fluids can cause skin rashes, irritation, nausea, or other toxic side effects in people who are undergoing treatment. And so that is why they had to make sure that the waste, right, is, being put somewhere else. That in turn led to Find Ryan's Truth and his wife acting like they were looking for Summer in a barrel of shit that I believe was at 125 at the time, right? And it made me ugly cry. I was ugly crying about it, for real.
Law enforcement, don't you?
No, I don't, but I know enough, and I know it wasn't my act that were calling
You don't
guilty.
know shit.
It wasn't
Go
Dudley
get
they're
back
calling
with your
guilty.
hillbilly
It
motherfucker.
wasn't fucking
Whatever.
Fred they're calling guilty. It wasn't Allie or
This is the thing about Jody's son. Yes, he is of age now. I'm sure if law
Hunter.
enforcement wants to speak with him again, they know where to find him. Where Jody, in my opinion, messed up is because she allowed and actually brought her children to YouTube. Now, I'm not going to say Andy didn't, or people that were hanging with Andy or whatever, didn't instigate a lot of that. I remember, do you guys remember when Jody made the comment that after Cam and Allie and all of them came out and was talking about her son, being on top of the hill and sneaking around or whatever, Jody made the comment that they were doing more harm if it ever came down to a jury. Do you guys remember that? And I know I'm not repeating it exactly like she said it, right? But yeah, something about her son wouldn't stand a chance in front of the jury with what people were putting out and saying about him. Do you guys remember that?
guess who they were calling guilty and still do, Dawn? That'd be you and Candace.
Yeah.
While
I agree.
Pruitt
You're the
said
one
not a
that says that.
suspect. Have
You're
them
the
come
one
out and
that
clear your ass in.
Dumb
Go down
bitch.
there and knock at the police department.
I agree.
Go talk to the
Dumb
feds.
bitch.
They'll have them clear you, Dawn.
And I agree. And I don't know this as factual information, but I honestly believe Jody's probably spoke to law enforcement way more than Dawn and Candace ever have. Way more than Dawn and Candace.
Go have them clear you. Go talk to them without lawyers, without PIs. Go have them talk to you, Dawn. Go have them clear you.
Jody Sue, please.
I don't need a psychiatrist.
You do. You really
Hey,
do.
listen,
You're
I
fucked
just
up
need
in
a
the head,
Dr.
man.
Phil.
Get
Oh,
your shit together.
I know people like you're good at telling women who tell the truth
No,
that
you
they're
are.
crazy.
See, it was weird to me, the whole Jody talking about that when she turned on Dawn and Candace, it was because Candace wanted her to change her story about Dawn showering with Summer and offered her money or something. That was weird. That was just weird shit.
You
See,
think you're good, but you're not.
right,
Because you're full of
right,
lies. And nobody
right,
believes you. So
right.
shut the
I know,
fuck up.
right.
Shut up, you
Hey,
bitch.
yeah, you know,
Shut the fuck up.
I'm your bitch,
Shut
Dawn.
the fuck up. You're stupid.
Hey, go find a prostitute in Knoxville
Man,
and
fuck
take one of your
yourself,
kids in
bitch.
the car for a
Fuck
weekend.
yourself.
You know all those
Congratulations,
Knoxville
Andy, for getting
trips?
rid of this psycho
Oh no,
bitch.
you don't want
I'm
nobody
so
hearing the
happy
truth,
for you.
do you?
Okay, so if Jody knew all of that, I really do hope she called CPS. I absolutely do. So Don's saying to the Hatfield and McCoy people when he said, you know, Jody had CPS over there and she turned it around on us. I don't believe that's how that went. That's just my opinion. I totally believe that Jody had her own stuff going on with CPS that had to do with Andy and her situation. That is what I feel anyway. I do believe that Jody did call CPS on them. I do. But my thing is, if they knew that Jody was calling CPS on them, why the fuck was Dawn Wells being so nice to her? Why was Dawn taking her places? Why did Dawn help her move? Why did, you know, Jody said she paid Dawn to take her to get stuff to eat and different things like that. Why was all that transpiring, right?
Go take, oh, wait, you can't take any kids anymore on those Knoxville trips and leave them in vehicles while you're fucking
man. I can't stand this shit.
What are you guys asking? About Jody's son? You can get your license at 16 years old. So, and yes, Jody's mother owned a red fucking truck. Absolutely. I don't know where Carrie's at. Carrie was driving. Carrie's somewhere driving. What do you want to know? Hey, what, Sandy? Jody's mom owned a red truck. Okay? Now, you know, listening to that day, Jody said her and her son were walking property lines. Okay? They were walking the property. So, right? And law enforcement knows where he's at if they feel they need to question him again.
I'm not listening to
no.
bullshit.
Oh, wait. That's right. You
Fuck
can't
you,
take
bitch.
your
Fuck
kids
you.
He had to have been 18 to go into the military. He had to have been 18 to go into the military. If that answers anybody's questions.
Bitch, I'm not listening to bullshit.
Where the real
Fuck
traffic
you.
comes from,
You're a
right, Dawn?
psycho bitch.
Oh, no, I ain't
Psycho
psycho.
bitch.
You just don't like
Psycho
truth.
bitch.
Oh, I've dealt with
Fucking
that for
straight
30
psycho
years.
bitch.
Oh, and
And
you're a
actually-
racist, you're a child
Fucking
abuser,
go
and
get
you're a woman
psychotic
abuser,
help.
and you're a meth and
Need
crack
fucking
smoking piece
medication,
of shit
man.
who can't
Shut the
fucking
fuck up.
stay clean or do right long enough to keep your other kids, any of them, and you're almost goddamn 60 years old. You loser.
You haven't done
Yeah.
shit. You haven't
Right.
done shit. You've never worked a fucking job. You ain't
Oh,
never
how do you know, Dawn?
Why are these people? I guess my question is, I don't even know why I'm playing this again. Why are they up here arguing with each other? Right? Make that make sense.
I worked for most of my life. You don't know shit about me.
Motherfuckers
Right.
bought you a fucking camper. You
No,
ain't
they
about
didn't
shit.
buy it. That's
you
how
have
much
no
you
right
know.
to talk. Fuck
Right,
off.
I do have a right to fucking
No,
talk.
you
You
don't.
living in your dead mama's
you
house,
have
you
no right
couldn't
to
even
put
get
me
the
down.
balls to take care
You
of
don't
before
even
she
know
died.
me.
Hey, actually, guess what? You're not. You're
Fuck
living
off,
in your
Jody Sue.
stepdaddy's house.
Fucking
Your
stupid.
stepdaddy's house and land that was
Fuck
supposed to go to
off.
Mop and Sherfy. Yeah, you
Fuck
remember
off.
those people?
And
That
fuck
land was
Sherfy,
supposed
too.
to go to you.
What, the fucking one that got caught with all the pornography on his phone?
Oh no,
Why are you
that's
talking about that nigger?
no. Wow, look at you, racist.
Trigger warning.
Summer should
Fuck
be
yeah, I'm
proud.
fucking racist against white niggers, black niggers. I don't give a fuck. They niggers,
Oh,
they niggers.
Lord.
Damn.
You're one of them.
Words.
Did I forget
Oh,
he was
shit.
saying shit like
No, I'm
that?
Mexican, Don. Get it right.
Whatever, you still a nigga.
Didn't keep you
Wow.
from peeping in the windows, did it, you piece of
Yeah,
shit?
fuck you and your stories. Who would
Oh,
want to
wait,
look at
never
your
mind.
fat
That
ass
was directed at my fucking six,
Why would I
5
want to
year old
look in
daughter,
your
right?
window?
You guys remember when Jody was talking about the tree trimmers? And she said that there was about like 5 of them standing around her, and she dropped a ink pen or something like that, a lighter or something. And, you know, she said that they were all looking at her, you know, looking at her body. And then she ended up dropping it again. You guys remember that shit? I remember that.
But your fat fucking ugly ass. Fuck you.
Right, right,
Fucking
right.
Really? You got problems. Go see
No,
a
I
fucking
forgot you're not
psychiatrist,
into
please.
adult women. My bad. My bad, bro.
What the
You're not
fuck
into
ever,
adult
shut
women.
up.
Just the 5-year-olds.
You're fucking stupid. No,
I
you
ain't
do.
stupid. I can do
I
math.
think you got Summer, matter of fact. What you do with
Right.
Summer, Jody Sue?
Right, with what car that
You know
day?
you fucking done something,
What
man.
motor?
Fucking be real.
What do you mean with what car? What do you mean with what car? Huh?
Dude,
Tell the fucking truth, bitch.
right. I don't
You had
have you,
something
daughter.
to do
I
with
didn't have
it. You and your
to do
fucking
with
hillbilly
daughter.
friend and all
Right.
that
Yeah,
mess
yeah,
you
yeah.
hang out with shit.
My
You
hillbilly
had something to do with her disappearance because you was
Hey, Dawn.
jealous.
Hey, Dawn, do me a favor. Go
No,
ask
fuck
the
you.
FBI to
No.
get
Come on. Did you hear what he said? You had something to do with Summer going missing because you were jealous. What? What kind of freaking statement is that? What kind of statement is that? I mean, for sure. That's kind of crazy.
Fuck
me a
you. I ain't
polygraph.
talking to you, bitch. Fuck you.
Hey, go
I'm
ask
not
the
listening
FBI
to
to give me a
what you got to
polygraph.
say.
I'll sit down
Fuck
for it, and I
off.
bet I don't fall asleep. And I
Shut
bet
the
Where she was doing the interview about the Scream Sage. Is that what you're talking about? The Scream video? She didn't have a car that day. That's why she was going down to meet Andy. I don't know. Is that what you're talking about, Sage? The Scream? Okay, hold on, I'll find it. Right here it is. I don't know why you want to watch it, but we'll watch it. Hold on. Hope it's gonna let me. Hold on. Hold on, it's buffering. Let me try it a different way. Hold on. Okay, hold on. What are we looking for? What am I looking for? Okay, wait. Can't see shit. I can't see nothing. Pull this over here. I can see my chat. Hold on. I gotta go to my StreamYard. All right, here it goes. I don't know what we're looking for, but I'll play it.
Family lives across the street from a neighboring property on mirroring mountains. Together, they
You
can
can
be
hear it,
described
right?
as sentinels, which sit high over Ben Hill Road. The night Summer went missing, the neighbor swears that she and her 2 children heard a scream shortly before they joined the search for a now missing Summer Wells.
It's there, but you want to forget.
On the watch and hypervigilant.
And,
That's how Jody Sue Brown was the very day Summer Wells went missing.
There's no TV, no noise at all.
Jody Sue was in her cabin with her teenage kids, 19 and 14, waiting for anything.
We were kind of hyper alert because of property.
19 and 14. He was already 19 at that time.
Things that had happened the day before. So we were listening for noise. Everything was kind of quiet.
The sale brought a plethora of people to their door, confused about which piece of land was for sale, leading to a dispute of property lines.
While we were out at one point doing survey lines, and there was a flash of a car that went up Candace and Donnie's driveway. Something about it struck me wrong.
She and her family next heard a truck door slamming and dismissed it as their neighbors. The next sound was harder to justify. About an hour and a half before Summer is thought to...
Well, how could she have said that she just thought it was the neighbors if she dismissed it? She was concerned about this vehicle going up the driveway. She heard the truck door slam and then dismisses it. And about an hour and a half before Summer goes missing is when she hears the scream, right? Oh, I can stop it now. Well, thank you, Sage. Thank you, darling. All right, hold on. Hold on.
I don't have to have 2 or 5 done. I'll do a polygraph. Go ask the feds what's going on me. Go ask the feds to get me a polygraph done. Anytime
I've done a polygraph, you dumb bitch. I
and you
passed.
failed it, and
You
so
go
did
do a
mine.
polygraph.
Now, see, that's a big question about the polygraphs. We do not know if they 100% passed them or if there were questions that, you know, they may not have, you know, answered correctly. So,
Yeah,
You do
right.
a polygraph.
Go tell them to do one on me, Don, if you
I
suspect.
will.
Okay,
I've done
do it.
one. I've done
Okay,
one.
yeah,
I
pass
passed.
it after 5 times, right? You psychopath.
Why the fuck you turn on us? Why are you so psycho? What the fuck?
Because I was all try to set up everybody in that goddamn road holler and slings shit at everybody that was fucking innocent for 2 goddamn years now and
That
turned
wasn't
Mullen
me.
into a weapon.
That wasn't me.
Making shit out of us,
That
Don.
wasn't me.
see, that's what kind of gets me because they were all pointing fingers at each other. right? I don't think Jody Sue's children, I mean, I can see law enforcement maybe talking to her son again. That from my understanding, law enforcement's already talked to Jody's kids. Okay. I don't know why they would. Hang on, my phone is ringing. Hang on, you guys. Oh, shit. All right, give me a second. All right, sorry, you guys. The hell did I just knock off? All right. Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from me now. I'm going to go ahead and pin the link if anybody wants to come up. I don't know what anybody could ask Jody. I mean, really, what questions could anybody ask Jody, right? That she already hasn't answered. Unless you're trying to catch her up in what she's saying. For sure. And you know what? We could sit here all day long and defend everybody in that area, defend all these people that have come out and talked about the area and pointed fingers at everybody else. Everyone's still a person of interest. Everyone is still a person of interest. So you have people who lived in the area, right? That, you know, want to be people of interest. Then you got YouTubers who have inserted themselves, and like Ernie Shell, he definitely seems to be a person of interest, right? He's made himself that way. What's up, RJ?
Hey, RC, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain. It's been a good day so far.
Yeah, it's not been a bad day at all. Not at all. Well, I knew Marlena was going to come back. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
She has a wealth of information that needs to be heard. That I don't think she said everything she had that she knows.
well, the only way that she would know what happened that day was if she was there.
Right, but I'm more so meaning like information of a living person that Jose would only know, but he passed away.
I don't know what you mean by that.
She knew the family. She had information, background information. She has information that of
Well,
their
I mean,
character, of how they lived, who they
Oh.
are.
yeah, but we've seen that ourselves. And Marlena already said that she didn't know. Nobody knew who Dawn's connections were in Knoxville. She already said that she did not know, and none of them knew where Dawn was going and getting these substances. She said that. So, I mean, maybe it's a little different for me because we already know their character, right? Now,
Oh, we've seen their character.
maybe she might know about, someone who was up on the hill and knows their name or whatever. The way that I see that, if she, knows of individuals that were up on the hill, she needs to be telling that to law enforcement, not to YouTube. Does that
True.
make sense?
True. I agree to that.
I mean, Marlena had her own problems going on for real. Being homeless and having her addictions, her family fighting her over her daughter. I mean, Marlena had a lot of shit going on. Can Marlena tell us again? Because Marlena's came out and gave her opinion on absolutely what she thinks happened.
Oh, I agree. I've not heard it directly from her, but I agree.
I mean,
I personally have always said it all goes back to 110 Ben Hill Road.
absolutely.
It all
it
goes
does.
back to the wells. If you look at any investigation to a missing child, there's a point in time where they 180 the investigation and they go back to focusing purely on the family.
Right.
Because we're beyond that point, in my personal opinion. We're beyond that point that this has gone back and been focusing on nothing but the wells.
Well, I mean, it should have been that way from the beginning. And like Lawson said, he wished they could have, questioned Dawn and Candace more. But, when you lawyer up, there's nothing you can do.
I don't think I
Nothing you
still
can
do not. I still do not have any information to lead that to say they lawyered up at the beginning of the investigation. It wasn't until Don's DUI and the case involving CPS that I ever hear them say they have a lawyer. Now, they did have a private investigation company that turned out to be a scam. Again, that is my opinion. That was out of Pennsylvania that was advising them. But again, it's a private investigation firm. It's not a lawyer.
Well, I guess it all comes down to why anybody feels like, look, all we know is what Lawson said, and they can say that they didn't say that they wanted to lawyer up. They can say that all they want to. It doesn't mean, how can you believe any of them? They've all lied. People have shown their contradictions in what they're saying. It's been shown over and over. Don and Candace themselves showed us exactly what it was like at 110 Ben Hill Road. The drinking, the, the substances, the arguing and the fighting. And in my opinion, if people do not think that it was going on before Summer even went missing, then, that's on them, whatever they want to believe.
Right. So now, please, I'm a person that cannot drink. Okay. By choice, part of it, because of my own personal behaviors in my 20s, and I decided I cannot control myself. I cannot have that stuff in my presence. Okay, I don't have an issue with a person responsibly having a drink, but it's the illegal rugs and the habitual drinking. And when I say habitual drinking, I'm talking like a whole bottle, not just a beer, is the issue.
I mean, yeah, obviously they're the ones who didn't want to go to rehab. So, that's on them. But
Right.
like I said, for 5 years, people have came out and told us exactly what type of people Don and Candace are. They showed us themselves what type of people they are. I don't know what what's Marlena going to say that's any different than what we've already been shown, right? She's already came out and said that they were some messed up people.
Right. But there may be something that she held back before that she may not now.
That's my point. There's a difference between having something that you talk to law enforcement about and having something that you're going to talk about because the cash apps are flowing and you need the money. That's been the whole fucking problem in Summer's case. That has been the big problem. So
I agree. And it like you, I've said, and I still stand by. It's the creators that only respond to the super chats, the cash apps, that kind of information, or that kind of they're being paid for attention or being paid to have their attention. Excuse me, is a huge problem. But
been a problem the whole time.
Right.
Been a problem the whole time. But, to each their own. Hey, if Marlena needs some help, I ain't going to say nothing about it. Everybody needs a helping hand every once in a while.
Look, to be clear and to be fair to you, RC, because I know you do monetize your channels. YouTube is going to put commercials on a video, no matter if you want to or not. I don't have I don't have a problem with a person that wants to make that kind of makes money off of it. If you're going to put your AdSense in or put that for the monetization for AdSense, fine, great, go for it. Don't have a problem with that. The problem is that super chat and the Cash App issue. That's where the problem really is.
I don't even give a shit about super chat or Cash App. I don't care how anybody makes their money. The only thing that I refer to is paying for an interview. Okay? Paying someone to speak on a missing child. And I watched it with Allie. Allie started out, okay? Then she started getting paid. The more channels that she went on, the bigger the stories got. Okay? Why should anybody, if they're truly speaking about a missing child, why should they, giving someone money for an interview, to me, and that it's just my opinion,
Oh no, I agree there.
you know, changes the whole surface of the interview.
No, I agree.
You know, I'm like, hey, if somebody needs freaking help, just say I need some help. I would rather see somebody say I need some help than to, you know, feel like they need to give an interview about anything to be paid for it. And this is just me.
I don't disagree with you.
It takes away, and this is only with me, it takes away the, you know, the meat and potatoes of the interview.
Not only that, the paying somebody for the interview puts a cloud over whether or not they're being 100% forthcoming.
Takes focus off of Mr. Shell. Well, I mean,
that's Ernie's issue. That's not the issue that the paying a particular person for what they have to say.
Right.
That's just Ernie's ego issue. That it takes attention off of him.
The thing about it is, 1,000 people have came out and told us exactly their being around Dawn and Candace and the crap that they did. It was 1,000 people giving us basically the same take on Dawn and Candace being around them and their actions, right?
Sure.
None of that has told us the timeline of that day. Nothing has led us to any new information at all. And, you know, I'm human. Of course, I'm going to watch some people that I think are very legitimate in why, you know, they're, you know, starting over or whatever. That's always a plus. But, you know, I'm not going to watch somebody that I don't feel, you know, is doing it for the right reasons. I just have no desire to watch anything like that. So,
and I agree.
I mean, bottom line, nothing. Dawn and Candace and their actions only made people question, you know, whether they really did have something to do with their daughter going missing or not. That's exactly what it did. But, you know, these people, that's one thing I never really paid attention to, was people arguing and fighting with each other. Right? The things that Jody and Dawn are arguing about, Jody didn't say that before. She never said any of that stuff before. And, you know, why would you associate with someone that you're calling an addict? You're saying he took his kids around, you know, a really bad environment. You know, you're saying that you saw bruises on a child, yet he helped you move. He took you places, was even going to let you drive one of their vehicles. So when did all of a sudden her attitude change? Right?
Well, she had, from what I remember, she actually had always been adversarial. I might be using the wrong word there, and I apologize. They had always more hated each other than they got along. Even though they were neighbors and they helped each other out when they needed to, they were not friendly with each other. It was more husband and husband got along.
She was taking pictures of Candace's DV, and Candace was taking pictures of her DV.
Well, I don't have an answer for that, other than to say if you needed to document it, and even if somebody was your enemy, showing you compassion for what you're going through, excuse me, you're going to use them, or you're going to not so much use them, but you're going to turn to them for help and see if they can help.
I don't know. I mean, that relationship is,
It's strange. It really is strange.
but that doesn't mean that Jody's guilty of anything. And
No.
I really do think that, and I will say this, I don't care if Jody hates me or not. Don't make me know, never mind. I don't care who on these YouTube streets don't like me and want to talk shit about me. But I truly believe that, you know, after Andy left, Jody did need some help. She absolutely did. So Dawn helping her move and all of that stuff.
Well, let's not forget there is air of suspicion around her moving, and
Why?
And
Why
I'm
is there air suspicion around that? Andy's mother made her move. That property belonged to Andy's mother.
I apologize. You're talking about that move.
What move are you talking about?
I'm talking about when she went to the hotel.
Well, that shit was, from my understanding, it started out with people trying to help her get away from that area. There was a little girl who came up missing. Jody had a little girl. So right there is going to bring a lot of concern in there. Then are dealings with Andy. So from my understanding, it was initially to get her out of that area. People tried to give her money to get her out of the area so she wouldn't, feel threatened in any type of way. And that turned into a whole shit show in itself, with the players in it. So, I always hated to say it, but that shit that went on with that, I put that in a different category. I don't feel like that had anything to do with Summer going missing.
No, it doesn't. But there still is. I still question motive, because I'm sorry, and let me preface what I'm saying by this. Okay. I was around an abusive father, who not only was abusive towards me, but was abusive towards my mother. Okay. It wasn't until I was about 12 years old, when I broke up a physical fight between my mother and my father in the middle of the night, that my mother left my dad. And when I say I broke up, I mean I literally broke up, like wrestled my father away from my mother. Okay. So there's always a catalyst or a cause or a moment where a person that is in an abusive situation snaps and says, this is not healthy any longer. I have to get away. I'm not discounting that she was at that breaking point.
Andy was already gone.
I'm saying with the hotel.
Andy was already gone.
Was he?
As far as I know, yeah. Andy was already gone. Scott, I hate to ask you, but Andy was already gone, right? Scott might be able to answer that. Yeah, Andy was already gone. He wasn't up there when they took her to the motel and stuff.
Okay.
He had already left.
Okay. I had not paid attention to anything that she said about Andy until this conversation, to be honest. Other than his whereabouts when Summer went missing has always been a question in my mind. However, the conversation that had been happening in the chat was whether or not, like the scream actually happened, or the animalistic noise, or whatever it was, that when I air of suspicion is that I've never found JSB to be credible.
Well, I mean, that's okay that you feel that way. I have found many things that she has said that I feel are credible. And as far as the scream goes, how do you argue with someone about hearing a scream? There's not an argument there. You can't prove it. You can't disprove it. You can't say who was screaming. You can't say where the scream came from. You can't say any of that stuff. So, I mean, if you really think about it, why would someone lie about hearing a scream? Now, I do agree that it is weird how WJHL knew that there was a scream, right? How did the news find out that Jody heard a scream to go and interview her, right?
So that the from my understanding is that the particular reporter that did the interview, her responsibility, or part of her responsibility, is actually to find out what's being said on YouTube and things like that, and through her personal investigation, find out if it's credible, and then interview the people for herself.
So you think that the WJHL reporter was watching all these YouTube channels?
I can't say personally watching them, but to find out if they were credible or not, she would be the one responsible for researching it and deemed it necessary or important enough to go ahead and interview.
But why? How can you interview somebody about a scream? I don't understand that, right?
It's an answer I don't have.
I don't know. It was just a question. I was just...
No, I understand. It was a question, but it's an answer I don't have.
So, I mean, did Lawson... Because they questioned Lawson about the scream, right?
And I believe his response to that was that nothing that neighbor said they found credible.
That's not true. That is not true. That's not what he said. That is not what he said. He said that they found the scream substantiated. That they had talked with that about the scream. They had talked to, not only Hawkins County, but TBI also had questioned and talked with Jody about the scream. They found it unsubstantiated. They didn't say that they did not find her credible or anything like that. That's what I remember. I know that they said that about Fred Hill, but I did not ever hear them say that about Jody. So maybe they did, and I just missed it somewhere. I don't know where they could have said that at. But you can't, I mean, Jody fucking lived there. We cannot call her a liar on what she says because nobody lived there. Jody lived there. Now, of course, everybody in that fucking area, persons of interest, they can point fingers. They can say whatever they want to say. And I mean, sure, we can find contradictions in some of what they're saying because of them going around to different YouTube channels and, you know, maybe messing up what they said on the last channel or whatever. We did not live there. None of us were there. So how, you know, contradictions are going to show. But, you know, as far as with Jody, I can't call, I mean, yeah, people's called her out on some contradictions, but a lot of it, I can't call her a liar. I can give my opinion on what she's saying, but I can't call her a liar on the shit because I didn't live there. I wasn't the Wells's neighbor. So I think that's where a lot of the drama bullshit comes in with this case also, is because, you know, all the players want to point fingers at each other and talk about what a piece of shit each are, right? And does that have anything to do with Summer going missing, or is that just locals arguing and bickering with each other? There's a difference.
I still believe there was a lot of mudslinging. What's the old saying about telling a lie? One begots another, or you have to be able to cover it up, and most of the time you cover it up with additional lies to make the first lie make sense.
Half the time, they don't remember what they say, and they contradict what they said prior. Now,
I agree with that.
Like I've always said, these are people who are trying to cover up their own nefarious shit. Okay?
That's exactly what I was trying to get to, is that by telling lies and more lies and bigger lies, they're covering up what happened or what they did or what they actually did on that day or their whereabouts on that day.
I mean, Fred Hill went from fucking hauling cars to slinging dope around the area that day. Okay.
I believe that he had actually done both.
Well, I guess he was a busy guy that day, wasn't he?
In the morning or in early afternoon, I do believe he was hauling cars, moving cars around. Did the opportunity for him to go and make a little bit of cash? I'm just going to put it that way. Not that I agree with his actions. I'm just saying that's what it is. Come up and he had what the person needed. Yes. So that was a 20-minute trip to over to a convenience store, or the person came to them or whatever. I'm not parsing that information out. I'm just saying that's what I believe had happened. It was throughout the course of the day. He wasn't trying to do everything at one time.
Yeah, Mary, that's what he said. It showed no credibility. No credibility. These are individuals, right, who absolutely want to come out and put out all this information about things that transpired that day, things that they know about other people in the area. And guess what? They need to tell law enforcement, right? They need to tell it to law enforcement. If they have anything that's relevant, they need to tell law enforcement. But the majority of them have done what? They have ruined it. They have ruined that. Because look at, and I'll use Fred as an example. Fred has said so much shit that finally law enforcement says, why are you listening to Fred Hill? Why are you listening to that guy? Well, guess what? I never really paid much attention to Fred and what Fred was saying. And let me tell you, it only takes one person in law enforcement for them to say, why are you listening to this guy? That made me double down on why I wasn't listening to that guy.
So
Okay.
with me, and let's be, I'm going to put any bias out front. I consider myself to be a friend of Fred Hill's. Okay. I've gotten to know him since he got married to Ziggy. All right.
Okay. What's
I'm going to
that
preference this. I'm going to preference
That
it
doesn't
that
have
way.
anything to do anything with anything.
It will when I say what it'll make sense why I'm saying that. Just so, and nobody thinks that I am biased for or against him. I'm just putting that information out there so everybody understands that I do. I find Fred Hill to be the most credible of anybody that lived on Ben Hill Road.
Okay.
And
I mean,
his
that's not
story.
true. I don't think anybody. I don't think that. You know.
His story of what happened on June 15th has not changed.
It has changed, RJ. Are you kidding me?
From my understanding, it has not.
You are gonna okay. All right. I'm not gonna get into a Fred Hill debate with you, okay? Not at all. You can feel that way. I've known many people who have shown the contradictions in a lot of what he's saying. And you can believe, like I said, be friends and be friendly with whoever you want to. I know my opinion was I quit watching. I wasn't going to watch it any longer. Those are people who were bringing everything to YouTube, who discredited themselves so much with Hawkins County and TBI that they didn't want to hear their shit anymore. Okay? For a law enforcement official to come out and say, why are you guys listening to this person? That means a lot to me. So, I mean, you can believe everything that he says. That, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion about, you know, whatever they've heard or whatever they've been told. I mean, that's up to individual people. Absolutely. For sure. But like I said, there came a time when I did not watch that shit anymore. At all. And so you're automatically believing that Andy was on the hill that day, right? Because Fred said it, right?
I don't say I believe everything he said. I have questions about some things he said, but I said that I find him the most credible.
Well, no, I'm not saying that he doesn't know people that lived in the holler. I'm not saying that, you know, the names and people that he's pointed fingers at aren't real people. For sure. But, you know, I don't need to watch interviews where people are spending their time trying to discredit other people. That does nothing for me. That does nothing for me, you know, with trying to find out what happened in this little girl's missing case. They can sling shit at each other all fucking day long. Makes me no never mind. I mean, it doesn't. Makes me no never mind. So, I mean, you know, personally, I don't care if you're friends with him or not.
Well,
So-
I wanted to put that out there that
but
just
why
so
did
anybody
you-
can't say I'm
No.
biased or
Well, the
hiding
thing
a
about it-
bias.
I don't think anybody was even saying that. I don't think
Well, no,
anybody
no.
was even thinking that.
That's not what
I mean, personally, I I mean, I didn't watch it, but there was an old live of Ziggy's. I seen you up there.
I've been on Ziggy's a few times.
But I don't think anybody was questioning you on that. So, I mean, I don't care if you like him or not. But you have to take into consideration, you know, the contradictions that people have shown in what Fred has said. Absolutely. How do you go from hauling cars to slinging dope in one fucking day? And you can say that, you know, that all transpired or whatever, but look at his timeline. Look at Fred's timeline. You know, was he running around the holler with a trailer full of old fucking cars, driving around to the trap houses to deliver dope? You know, was he doing dope when he had the motorcycle? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't pay no attention to Fred. I never have. You know, that was for other people to pull up his contradictions, you know, and people have done a good job at it. Now, do I believe when he says people's names and talks about certain people in the holler? Why would I not believe him? A lot of the people that he's called out and pointed fingers at, they are real people. They are real people. But what happened when Fred freaking brought out all this drama shit like that, it ended up being individuals that were being interviewed about what possibly happened that day, or, you know, they spent all their time trying to discredit Fred and what Fred said about them. It didn't have shit to do with Summer.
Right. That's that mudslinging.
You know,
that's that mudslinging. You had to tell a story to contradict what somebody else said. You had to tell another lie to cover your lies because your lie was exposed.
Why are they lying when they're defending themselves with the mudslinging that Fred was doing to them and the shit Fred was saying about them? How is defending themselves? I mean, you know Fred personally? Have you ever met Fred in person?
No, I have not met him in person. I consider him to be a friend, though, because of the conversations I have had with him.
So him mudslinging about other people and them people doing an interview to say that Fred is not telling the truth about them, right? How does that work? How does that work? So you've never met him in person, and so you're going to believe the shit that he says about other people that have come out to defend themselves and say that Fred is lying about them, right? So they're a liar, right? Does that make them a liar?
I have more proof that they are lying or not being honest, or however you want to phrase it.
How do you have proof that they're lying? Because Fred said it?
No. More proof being
because somebody else said it.
More proof because of what they've been caught in previously.
Okay, so I don't understand what you're saying. What about Fred? Fred's a fucking addict. He was a meth manufacturer.
Again,
he was
RC.
addicted to meth.
RC, again, I'm saying more credible. I didn't say I don't have questions. In fact, I still have questions about some of the things he said that had never come up in conversation with him. So I can't sit here and say I've talked about this with him. So, but I believe he was more credible.
So you believe he had Summer's head in the fucking box?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to call people liars just because Fred wanted to say shit about them. Because let me tell you, those people had addictions too, but Fred had fucking addictions. And Fred was fucking manufacturing methamphetamine. It's in the fucking charges. So I'm not going to sit and call other people that Fred has talked shit about. I'm not going to call them liars because at some point they maybe had gotten in trouble and maybe they were addicted at one point. I'm not going to call them liars just because they're defending themselves against what another fucking addict is saying about them.
Sure, and to be fair, you can say the same thing about Jody Sue. There is a such thing as called chemo brain, where just like a pregnant woman can lose certain types of fat in the brain, chemo messes with your memory and how you remember things. Okay.
RJ,
No.
There's
No.
a fucking difference from
No,
having
there's not.
chemo brain than being a fucking addict and having meth brain. Okay? I don't know how you could compare the two. I do understand what you're saying. Okay? That yes, there's fogginess there. Absolutely, I get it. But that fucking chemo brain isn't caused because she's fucking shooting up or fucking snorting something up her fucking nose or however they fucking use that shit. That's not comparable to me. I'm sorry, it's just not. It is.
I'm not trying to make the comparison of they are the same. I'm saying that there's an altering of memory that happens. I'm just saying, I'm making the point of if you're going to sit there, if somebody's going to sit there, and I'm not trying to be specific to you, when you talk about what JSB says and how she remembers things and the order of things, you have to take that into consideration as well.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I
have
not put faith into what she says.
Okay, well, that's you. I may not take faith in everything that she says, but I'm fucking saying I'm not going to call the girl a liar for talking about things that were transpiring in that fucking holler because I didn't live there. I was not there. I do not know. I am not going to discredit her for talking about living in that fucking holler, knowing the people that she fucking knew, right? Now with Fred, there's been people that came out that were trying to defend themselves on the shit that Fred was saying about him, right? Of course they did. What the fuck does a bunch of fucking addicts fighting with each other and saying shit about each other have to do with what happened on June 15, 2021? What? What's it got to do with it?
Unfortunately, that it's just unnecessary drama.
Good point. Absolutely.
Not,
a lot of what's been going on for over 5 years has been unnecessary drama.
Did you see the video last night that Hatfield McCoy put out?
No.
They put out a video last night. It's a part 3 of what they did, and their focus right now is on JSB and her family.
Well, that's been 2 videos ago. So, I mean, that's on Jody. That shit's on Jody. That they're looking at Jody. Do you think that Jody hasn't had 500 fucking thousand people looking at her and her fucking family for the last 5 years? She came to YouTube. These people came to YouTube to do what? To do what? Jody started out on Facebook, right? So
I don't know where Jody Suits started out.
she started out on Facebook.
Okay.
She absolutely
I'm just saying I don't know where she started out, so I can't agree or disagree.
Okay. Give me just 1 second, RJ. Give me a minute.
Okay. Stephanie, Ziggy named a person that she believes is the dealer out of Knoxville. I don't remember that person's name, but it's a street name. It's not the actual person's name. Actually, I think I remember it's Playboy.
Okay, sorry. But no, I mean, there's many creators that I don't watch, and I have not watched. I don't watch Prayer Garden. I'm not saying I don't sit over here and badmouth her. I don't watch Ernie. I do watch Ernie through Degenerate though, and the crazy shit. I mean, a good example is the Crystal and Marlena, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was they ended up talking about somebody showing their tits to somebody. That turns it into drama. I mean, who fucking cares? Right? And Marlena's going to say whatever Marlena wants to say. I always say, go back to the first interviews. The first interviews are the ones that need to be listened to, not things that have been changed over a number of years because people watch YouTube. It's the first interviews. Now, granted, I don't think I've found a lot in anybody associated with Beach Creek to find any relevance in what they're saying. The characters of this case are Candace and Grandma. Okay? Candace and Grandma. You have to leave the boys out. They are minors. They were minors when Summer went missing. And Lawson gave us just a piece of what the boys said. And that was the end of that. That was the end of that. Don is the one, he wanted to act like that Grandma and Candace needed to get the script right. No, Don was wanting to get the script right, in my opinion.
I
Don
agree.
has been the one that has come out here and, talked about the script. So
Don has always been the loose cannon.
Well, I mean, I guess if you look at it that way, right?
Well, I mean, what I mean by that, if you're not sure, is simply that while he says he's the first to point a finger at somebody, you're using your example because I agree with it. He's saying that Candace and Grandma, whatever you want to call her, needs to get on board, get the script right. But the fact is that he's the one saying whatever comes to his mind, and he's the one going up on these panels and going off on people when if you want to believe there's a script, is to not say anything, which is what the police will actually advise somebody to do.
Well, you got Candace literally fawning all over fucking men.
Well, yeah.
I mean, for real.
That was what, a year and a half after that we really started to hear from Candace.
When Dawn went to jail.
Right.
When she was messing around with Ernie Shell.
And Benny Keys.
Well, Benny wasn't. I mean, Benny, of course, went to 110 Ben Hill Road, but he went back home. Ernie stayed around the area. Ernie definitely stayed around the area. So,
right, and I don't disagree with that, but I'm telling you there was something going on while he was there. There was flirtation, tomfoolery of some level. I don't know what it was fully because I didn't witness it, but I confidently can say that there was something going on that shouldn't have been.
well, yeah, we kind of figured that out with the things Don was saying and stuff like that.
But to sit there and say point fingers at Candace isn't correct, because Don has come out and said the whole story about him having a woman of the night come over to his house and do things in front of Candace, he said it's true and he regrets it.
Well, yeah, the fucking girl came on YouTube. The girl came on YouTube and admitted it. So how can he fucking deny it? Right?
No, I agree with you. I 100% agree with that. I'm just saying that he did admit that happened. But I'm simply saying that it wasn't just Candace, but Don also stepped outside of the terms of marriage.
Oh, yeah, they're both guilty of that, I would think. I think, though, my opinion, Candace was more into the emotional side of it. That's just my opinion. As far
And
as
I agree.
with,
And
you
I
know,
agree.
as far as with the, I'll say older men, it was emotional. As far as what
It was
they
having-
said that she's done with younger guys, I don't know about that. But
It was, I agree with you 100%. It was emotional. It was about having a connection that she didn't have with Don.
right. Thank you, Zena. Thank you, Zena. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the memberships. That was so sweet. Thank you.
To somebody in your chat, I think it was why you stepped away or right before you stepped away, had said they had cancer and on their 42nd round of chemo.
That's right. And
I hope
they said that chemo brain is a lot different than being an addict.
I want to say, I hope, please don't think I belittle or I'm trying to belittle what you're going through. I hope you kick cancer's ass. Let's be frank and honest. Okay. And I'm sorry you've had to go through so much chemo, but you of one person can understand that while I'm not trying to say it's the same thing, I'm saying it's that it does happen.
Mary, I think you're talking about when Candace said that she had to put Summer to the side because the boys were still there and she needed to concentrate on the boys. Is that what you're talking about? That might be what you're talking about, babe. For sure. For sure, for sure. I mean, I don't know. It's all been freaking crazy. It's all been crazy. I've been on here 3 hours, RJ. I'm getting my ass off here. Thank you
Okay.
for the feisty conversation, though.
Oh, no problem. I didn't mean to be feisty, but I didn't mean it to be feisty. But hey, that's what it went, and we talked it out. And we understand each other. That's what
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
good.
all about.
Hey, I'm good with the way you feel. You know,
Okay.
I am absolutely good with it, buddy. So, all right. Thank you, RJ. I appreciate you.
Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, RC.
Thank you. Okay. I'm not going to stay on here but a couple more minutes. He didn't hang up on you. Yeah, Genevieve usually hangs up on me. For real. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Mary, that's what you're talking about when Candace did that. For sure. For sure, for sure. All right, I am trying to. You was confused, Sandy. I don't know. I was getting feisty. For sure. Because I don't care what anybody said. There's a difference between having a medical condition and going through some really traumatic experience and, you know, having a kind of brain fog and being a fucking meth addict, right? And staying up for days and seeing shadow people and not knowing what time of the day it is and getting your days mixed up and hallucinating and doing nasty things. And look, I'm telling you, this is how I feel. And I've always felt this way. I am not a channel that runs around to find contradictions in people. That is not why Remain Calm's here. I am here because why am I here? I tend to wonder anymore. For real. And who gives a fuck if somebody's sending pictures of boobs or whatever? Okay. Why would you feel like you had to send somebody boob pictures for information about a missing child? That's just like, you know, if you're going to do that, go on OnlyFans. Go on OnlyFans. For real. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? What are you agreeing with? Somebody's agreeing with RJ. I don't care. You can agree with RJ. It was a good conversation, RJ. Thank you so much. Don, time loop played on Don flipping on Candace, asking where his daughter was. He didn't know it was being recorded. Well, I don't know. Donna said a lot of things. Now, after all these years, does he probably wish he could take back some of the things that he said and, you know, how he came at some YouTubers who were really there to try to help them figure out what happened to their daughter? I'm sure, you know, I'm sure. No, Sandy. Molly was not talking to Dawn before Summer disappeared. She didn't even know who Dawn Wells was. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who want to be Captain Save-A-Ho, right? Well, that's bad verbiage. I shouldn't have said it like that at all. Desperation for fucking what, Genevieve? Hey, Mama T. Desperation for what? Yeah, I mean, look, some creators have been threatening people for a long time. They really have. I mean, I really, somebody else was asking. Oh, they've always been out there. I mean, for sure. They have always been out there. But I mean, we could absolutely go back to the beginning if that's what people really wanted to do. But I am not going to be talking about the drama shit. I mean, for real. I don't care who's showing their tits. Unless it's Nick. Because she got a nice rack. I'm just saying. So, it's not going to be this big dramatic shoveling in a barrel of shit. You know, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I'm not into it. Contradictions in what a lot of these people have said have been shown. But I will stand by. I was not in the holler that day. I was not even in Tennessee for probably 30 years. 30 years since I've been to Tennessee. And, well, probably longer, because me and Todd went on our honeymoon there. We went to Gatlinburg. And then we went to a Native American my mind just went blank. But yes. Oh, thank you, Zap. Well, I get it, Genevieve. Poor lifestyle choices and having a missing child on top of having a displaced family. Well, that's what I've been trying to do, Sandy. I've been trying to do that. People can feel how they want to feel. And people can believe what they want to believe. And I am not going to sit over here on my channel and attack anybody who doesn't agree with what I'm saying at all. And that's exactly what is happening, right? Like I said, I don't know what Ernie said about me. Ernie doesn't know me at all. Nobody knows me at all. So why is Ernie worried about me? Right? Why is he concerned with me? I don't give a shit. I mean, honestly, I don't care what he says about me. But I know one thing for sure. You know, I hope that all of the people who love Summer and want to find out what happened, I hope they're not disappointed. And I've said that before. I hope they're not disappointed. And, you know, I will not come out and say, I told you so about that, because I think that's sad. I think that's sad. So, I wouldn't think that anybody would have to make money to go do something that law enforcement could do themselves for free. Does that make sense? If they thought that Summer was where Ernie is saying she's at, they would have already been there to check it again. Right? And I hate to say it, but after 5 years, you know, you're basically looking for skeletal remains. She was a very tiny little girl. If she wandered away from home, she might never be found. She might never be found. And I'm not going to sit over here and say that Dawn and Candace are guilty of anything. I know my opinion, and I will stand firm on it, that I do believe if Candace is telling the truth and she hollered at the boys to keep an eye on Summer, it was because she was leaving 110. She was leaving 110. Grandma was there. Grandma might have been in her camper napping or whatever, but Grandma is considered an adult. And why would fucking Candace, worry about telling the boys to keep an eye on Summer? They were always keeping an eye on Summer, right? But like Jody said, one of Candace's kids had wandered off before and they were found. So people were just assuming that they were going to find Summer. They were just assuming that. But I don't know, babe. I don't know. I wish I had the answers, and I don't. But whatever Ernie's doing, Ernie's is going to do. You know, we can bitch all we want to about what he's doing. He's not doing anything illegal. And I've said that before. He's not doing anything illegal. And saying he was going to hunt Marlena down? Really? I guess she need to be calling law enforcement, right? I don't know. They've all said weird shit. They have all said weird shit. But Ernie, if you talk to Marlena, ask her what has happened or what has Dawn done that made her immediately believe that he trafficked Summer. That's what I would want to know. What made her believe that they owed a drug debt? Fred's already said that. Fred already said that. So I don't know. I could talk about shit till I'm blue in the face. But if you guys are really interested in, you know, going back through things, I will not use anybody else's content. I will strictly go by the notes I have, if that's what you guys want to do. Because so much of stuff is just people fighting and arguing and, you know, saying shit about each other. Like I've said from the beginning. We can go back to it if you want. But only if you guys want to. Only if you guys want to. I mean, for real. Well, I mean, well, people made fun of me. People made fun of me because I took my little hand and a pen and transcribed the shit out of everything. In the beginning, I was writing, because poof, stuff disappeared, right? Stuff disappeared. But I will say what I say 1,000 times. I don't give a fuck who was out to make money. It changes the trajectory in a lot of what they were saying in their content. I believe that. That is why I say you have to put the money to the side. You have to put the locals fighting amongst each other to the side. There is so much that you have to take and put it to the side. You have to take Don and what happened with his stepsisters, and you do have to put that to the side. You have to put it to the side. Does that make us feel like because Summer was 5, that Dawn was doing things to her? Absolutely, it made us think that. It absolutely did make us think that. And Chris McDonough knew it would make the Summer Wells community think that. But guess what? There's no proof. There's no proof. So, oh, I don't care about Ernie. I really don't care about Ernie. I don't care what Ernie says about me either. For real. There's a guy that is a fucking criminal who was slinging shit and piss at police officers, wandering along a highway getting tased, and he wants to talk shit about me. More power to you, Ernie. More power to you. So, I don't, you know, he can leave me the fuck alone. Ain't got time for him. I told him if he wanted to fuck with me, he needs to give me a Cash App. He needs to give me a Cash App. All right, I'm getting my ass off here. I've been on here 3 hours. I started out doing one thing and I went way sideways. Way sideways. As we always do over here. Carrie Lawson, I adore you. Flies, thank you for popping in. I didn't think Flies would, you know, hang out too long because she hadn't been feeling very well. So, but no, absolutely. Molly did not know Dawn before Summer disappeared. Believe me, Dawn probably would have loved that. Oh, are you saying that because Molly was a lady of the night? No, she was a lady in the night in Vegas, not in Knoxville, Sandy. There's a difference. Molly was highly paid. She wasn't hanging out in the trap houses and shit. She was hanging out at the Vegas casinos. For real. I can prove it. I can show the receipts. Did anyone hear the YouTube chat with Molly? Dawn told Candace. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, drunk people say a lot of shit. For sure. Thank you, RJ. I hope I didn't upset you. So, I just get very passionate about things sometimes. But I loved having you up for the conversation. And I do respect what you believe, even though I got feisty. For real. All right, I'm going to get off here. You guys do you, be you. Have fun while you're doing it. And like I said, if you guys are really interested and you want to go back and you want to hear the beginning of things, I don't mind having the conversation. But, you know, I really don't care who's wanker that Ernie's playing with or who's showing their boobs. I mean, it's interesting. A good chuckle there, right? But yeah, always willing to share with serious people. All right, adore you guys. I really do. Thank you, Beezies, for becoming a member. Jaded, thank you for the 10 memberships. Zena, 10 memberships. Courtney Reed, thank you for the 2 jewels, darling. I appreciate that so much. I really do. I tried to click on that. Why won't it let me star that? That's weird. Okay, anyhow. Thank you guys so much. For real. Mama T, Mr. A's waiting on your call. I don't know what he wants you to call him for, but thank you, members. I appreciate you. For real. And no, Ernie, you're not going to use my shit just because I don't like you and you're an asshole. So, and believe me, they'll come and tell me, mister. They will tell me. I'm not a copyright striker. I don't do that shit. I don't. And I'm not stupid. I know how the game's played. That's why I put it on members only. For real. Maybe I'll privatize it. Maybe I should privatize that. Oh, should I? Should I privatize it? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, there's no need to take my shit and try to hurt people's feelings. At all. I don't like it. I do not like it when they do that. Yeah, we'll leave it on members. Okay, I appreciate you guys so much. And I will catch you guys somewhere along these YouTube streets. Peace out, guys. Have a good day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.